What do you do?
You could bring Henderson, or you could just play Bellingham next to Anderson and Rodgers as a 10.
Yeah.
I'm not being, no offence to Ghana, some very good players.
I totally agree. How
watching
strong is
Ghana
that?
in their first game, they're nothing to worry about. And that's just being as respectful as I can be about the Ghana side. We should not be playing anybody who's got a niggle. If it's Saka, if it's Rice, we've got the squad of players.
Even Kane in these games.
Yeah, okay, Watkins, you're in. Because every other team's doing it.
Yeah.
Look at Neymar, he's gone. He's not ready. Okay, wait till you're ready. Rafinha is now out to the latter stages. They're keeping him there to see if he's ready for the late stages of the tournament. Lamine Yamal come off, could have played longer. You've had a niggle before the tournament. Let's take you off. It's all about managing the squad in a World Cup that's so long.
Yeah. Would you say out of the three, out of Rice, Bellingham and Kane, Rice is third on that list for most important players? I know that sounds wrong because he's so important to England, but would you rather lose him or Bellingham or him or Kane?
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think like Bellingham is that guy who's gonna get those important goals. We've seen what he's done in the Euros as well. Harry Kane, you cannot be without Harry Kane. But Declan Rice, like you says, we used to have no problems against Ghana and definitely no problems against Panama.
Yeah.
Mexico, if we get them.
Thomas Tuchel's busy trying to bring glory back to England for the first time since '66. But how did he get here? Well, from the sleepy town of Krumbach via some giants of European football, here's his journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krumbach's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players, the attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
Good morning, everyone. It's 6:05. Welcome to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor, and Arnold Clark. Buy a used car and upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing, plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June. Well,
Good morning.
excuse me. What a load of guff that was last night.
You go from a high, don't you?
What a load of rubbish.
It's Croatia. You go to that.
Turn the music down. We shouldn't be happy today.
No,
we should be celebrating.
No.
Load of guff. Load of rubbish.
That was poor, mate. Really, really poor. I was thinking after 10 minutes, okay, Ghana doing okay. You think like you can defend for 10 minutes where you break them down, but it didn't look like scoring, mate.
No. I'm annoyed at Thomas Tuchel for getting me excited, for me coming on there and saying, we're going to win the World Cup. Yeah, I think we can win the World Cup. And then I'll see that rubbish and I go, of course we're not going to win the World Cup.
So
Usually rubbish we are, useless.
Is that like, we can applaud his subs against Croatia, but we can't last night. I'm sorry, but yes, I get it. You pick your team first half. Second half, you do not need Rice and Anderson in the same team.
100% right.
I've said this multiple times when everyone was saying Bellingham, Rodgers, who's going to start? Bellingham, Rodgers. Well, some games they can both bloody start. That was the game. You knew Ghana were going to sit back in a low block. You just needed Anderson to sit. That's it. You needed more bodies in and around Harry Kane. Even bring on Watkins. Didn't bring on a second striker. Left the changes a bit too late. Like I thought he got his subs wrong last night. That was a game where, okay, Declan Rice, not a out-and-out goal scorer. You're having to go a lot higher. You know what? How many 10s have you got? Take Rice off. Take him off at half-time. So I think he got his tactics wrong.
For me, he got his tactics wrong. He got the starting 11 wrong. How Jed Spence is starting over Nico Riley, I'll never know.
It was a painful watch.
How Anthony Gordon starts on that left, I'll never know.
Yep.
How Noni Madueke wears an England shirt, I'll never, ever know. The tactics were completely wrong. Just everything. I mean, Anthony Gordon out left. If Barcelona are watching that and they've signed that cheque for £70 million, part of that fault was the fact that Jed Spence gave him the ball so late that when he got the ball, there was 3 players around him, right? So there's hardly anything he could do but make space. Madueke on the other side, my goodness, how many times did he get the ball out wide and he had room to run at the defender and runs about 3 yards, stops, turns and passes the ball back.
Yeah. He did it a couple of times where he ran in behind and then got a crossing and you're like, okay, then keep doing it. Then he stopped doing it. And you just seen a quality shift when Saka come on.
Yeah, totally. But Saka's obviously not fit, right?
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford, obviously not fit, is what I'm hearing.
I think Rashford is.
Well, I'm hearing he's got a little niggle. That's why he only came on for like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But then you look at the right back. I like Reece James. I think he's an excellent player. But that game, for me, was crying out for Trent.
Yeah, it was
if you need anyone on the right fullback position to whip crosses in, it was Trent. It also, sorry, Gabs, it also underlined for me that when you've got a team that play in the way they do with 10 behind the ball in a low block and you need someone to unlock their defence, Cole Palmer, I mean, my goodness.
Yeah. It was a game for Palmer.
Of course it was. I mean, it's just, honestly, that the manager leading up to this competition, like all England managers, they get me excited. I come on national radio, I say we're going to win the World Cup. I see guff like that. And then I thought...
as well, look, you look at the game last night, you say, okay, you've got a cheerleader on the bench in Henderson who's there for vibes, when you could have had a player like Palmer just to open up a game like that. That game was crying for someone who's got that clinical pass. You know, that little lofted through ball into Harry Kane or one of the attacking players. We haven't got that on the pitch. Gordon, if I'm Barcelona, I'm checking if the ink's dry. Oh. I really am, mate, because 70 million for Anthony Gordon. Newcastle must be laughing because he wasn't great last season. He was poor in the first game. How he started and lasted as long as he did. The manager was going crazy at that left-hand side during the game. You could hear it on the comms. And he just got the ball and he looked like, I've got no tricks. You had a quick fullback against him, no ideas.
But both of them, Madueke, equally as bad.
Yeah, but I think Madueke done better than Gordon.
No, I'm not having it. They were both... I texted producer Ollie during the show, during the game, and I said to him, these are possibly the worst 2 wingers we've ever started a World Cup game.
I think Madueke done a lot better.
What are you talking about? He did nothing.
He did. At times, there was 2 or 3 times where he got past his fullback, mate.
He was shocking.
Mate, but at least he got to the byline a couple of times and got crosses in. Gordon was man-marked out the game. The right back was quicker than him. He had nothing, Anthony Gordon. No tricks.
Madueke only got to the byline and crossed the ball in the second half and they switched him sides.
No, he did on the right-hand side.
He did, mate. He didn't. He didn't whip one cross.
He did, mate. I promise you. First,
Well, he didn't on my telly.
I'll show you, mate. He got passed on the right hand
He's
side.
poor. Madueke's terrible.
He's not great.
He's
but
terrible.
He done better than Gordon, 100% for me.
I
mate.
don't. I will mark on both 4 out of 10, and that's.
I'd give Madueke a bit longer. That's why he took Gordon off and not Madueke. I just think Gordon for me was a standout player. I thought Declan Rice was poor. We had the absolute joker Joel Bayer on yesterday saying he's England's most important player.
Yep.
Do me a favour.
Yep.
No, he's not. I thought Harry Kane at times was wasteful on the ball.
Just going back to, I mean, he should have scored at the end. Just going back to Declan Rice. I love Declan Rice.
Yes.
I really like him. He don't score enough goals to be an 8.
No.
Why is he not a 6 and then stick in a Cole? I know we haven't got Cole Palmer.
Andy,
stick in a player.
Andy, I've said this a million times. I get it when you're playing the top teams. You need an Anderson and Rice in there. When you're playing a team like Ghana, Panama, teams that are going to sit back, you don't need both of them.
No.
That's where you play Bellingham and Rodgers. It's not rocket science. That's what should start the next game. Get another 10 on there. Get another striker on there. It was crying out for Watkins to come on, make some runs in behind. Harry Kane's hold-up play. Every time he got the ball, he was giving it away. He was sloppy. He has to score that left-footed chance. That's what he's been doing for Bayern Munich. 61 goals last season.
Yep.
I just think all across the pitch, we were shaky. Reece James' crossing was poor. Declan Rice's crossing was poor. It's a wake-up call to the team of players to say, like, not everyone's going to come out and play. Croatia did, but Ghana defended well.
I don't want to come on National Radio and go, we should have taken this player, we should have taken it. But it did underline, for argument's sake, we talked about Jed Spence, right? And Nico O'Reilly, I think, should have played much better.
100%.
But I think when you look at the players we left behind, right? Jed Spence is not better than Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, with the experience in going forward, much better in that position.
Too casual yesterday.
He's not. I mean, no disrespect. He might grow into that role. He's currently not England's best left back. No way.
No. And in a game like that, Andy, when you're playing Gordon off that left-hand side, who's right-footed, why would you play Spence off there as well? Would you want O'Reilly? And I get it, O'Reilly likes to come through the centre. Tell O'Reilly, overlapping runs, get crosses into the box for Harry Kane. So for me, mate, very poor performance, and they deserve to be criticised.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll take calls on it all morning. 03717 22 334. If you're just waking up and you haven't checked the scores yet, and you're thinking, hold on, we must have won the. No, England's group mates Croatia, by the way, they got off the mark with a 1-0 win over Panama. Yeah. So I wonder if they're waking up this morning going 1-0. Is that all it was? 1-0, but either way, it's 3 points. About an hour ago, what time is it? Just coming up to 6:13. About an hour ago, Colombia still their place in the last 32. They beat DR Congo. Palace's Daniel Muent's got the only goal of the game. And before that, Ronaldo, yesterday early evening, Cristiano Ronaldo scored his first and second goals of the tournament in Portugal's 5-0 win over Uzbekistan. Rory Jennings now owes Piers Morgan £5,000.
Stupid bet. Mate, penalties nowadays are given so easily as well. And Ronaldo against Uzbekistan, he was always going to score. Come on, what a silly bet.
Yeah, it was very bizarre. Yeah. As was England's performance against Ghana. It finished 0-0. Still top of Group L, but maybe a reality check. We will take your calls. You've heard Gabby's views. You've heard mine. We would love to hear yours. 03717 22 Has that good feeling from the Croatia game? Is it evaporated already? Were England lucky with some of the decisions? Also, it was definitely a penalty, right? The Conser.
Oh, Ghana.
Yeah.
Oh, if Ghana players had protested, if the player that got took down had rolled around for 2 minutes, they would have said, come and have a look. It would have been a penalty, 100%.
Yeah, I agree. So lots to talk about. A reminder, of course, England's next game this coming Saturday against Panama. It's 10 p.m. It's okay. It's all right. Not too late. Kicks off 10 p.m. It's live on talkSPORT. England fans, I'm looking at my switchboard now. Lots of you already phoning up. Don't hang around. There's places for you. 03717 22 Jack Wilshere joins us a bit later on. A real busy show. We'll get his views. Your views as well. Coming up, we're also turning our attention to the back pages and reaction to that horrific England performance. That's coming up next. One word from me, guff. It's 6:14.
can tell me a little bit more about training, though, because you know we're not privy to that much, you know, open training. We got 15 minutes yesterday at very close quarters. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Because there was a moment where Thomas was walking around. You know, he's a meticulous planner. He demands standards, and he said, "Jed, do better."
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah, I think it's normal. He's a great manager, and he wants the best from his players. And you know, he demands high standards. And you know, for this tournament, we need to be ready. We need to be on it. So I think every session needs to be of the highest quality, and that's what he demands. And it's good.
But when you hear that, and obviously you're in front of all of us as well, what does it make you immediately do? Oh God, I didn't think I was on it. What's the feeling?
No feeling really. I wouldn't be the only one he says it to. It's everyone else, you know. So it's no feeling. It's just a part of the game. If he needs me to do whatever, I'll do it. So it's not. It's just part of the game, really.
And what is he like behind the scenes? And what's he like as a manager?
Yeah, I think he's a great manager. He's a great guy. Very, very detailed in what he wants to do, and yeah, I think the boys really love him and have a great respect for him.
And where does that come from? Because you know we watch him on the training pitch. You know, I get to speak to him regularly, and he loves you all as players. There's something in that, isn't there, of what he gives you and then what you give him back.
Give back.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Well, everyone, it's 18 minutes past 6. You're waking up with the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. If you've no idea what you missed during the night, well, it's probably a good thing, actually. England were held to a goalless draw with Ghana. It was guff, that game.
Ruined the hottest day of the year.
Croatia got their first 3 points of the tournament. They edged past Panama 1-0. Colombia beat DR Congo 1-0 to book their place in the last 32. Should we take a quick call? Should we speak to a moaning England fan? We moan, nothing wrong with that. Anthony joins us. Morning, Ant.
Morning, Anthony.
Morning, boys. You all right?
Yeah, without swearing, sum up England in one word.
Dross.
Yeah.
Absolute dross, mate. It was horrendous, to be honest with you.
Go on.
I'm probably going to upset a lot of people. Dig out Harry Kane a little bit, actually. I'm hearing people mention the words Harry Kane and Ballon d'Or in the same sentence. For me, if that's a performance of someone who's in the running for the Ballon d'Or, then there's problems. There really is problems.
He's offered zero, didn't he?
Oh, he offered nothing. I mean, you know yourself, Gabby, if your game's not working, you've got to try a little bit of something different.
Yeah.
I know his game isn't running in behind, but what he's doing isn't working. So just change it up. Even if you do it once or twice across the 90 minutes, back into the defender a bit, drop deep, spin in behind, make the defender think. I mean, you've got to compete with the defender. All right, the Ghanaians defended well, but I want to see him jump. He didn't even make the challenge. Right?
And he could have got away with it, couldn't he? With that left-footed chance.
Yeah, he could have got away with it, and everyone would have thought he was the best player on the planet again if he'd have scored that. But for me, you've at least got to occupy the centre half. Cannot back in. Can I stick an elbow? Can I tread on their feet? Can I pull them? Go back to the dark arts. Do something. Make them defend. He made them look world class, the defenders. He didn't offer anything.
Anthony, thanks for your call. Let's go to John, Liverpool fan. Hi, John.
Morning, John.
Johnny there?
Morning, gents. You okay? Good show as always.
Thanks, man. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I know it wasn't. Yeah, not too bad. And on the way to work, but after a late night. But let's not get too downhearted. It's not a bad result. We're not going out. We're still going to get through.
It's a bad performance, though.
Sometimes you need these results. It wasn't great. And sometimes you need these results just to give you a bit of a sharper focus. The left side wasn't great. I kind of agree with the previous caller on Harry Kane. I'm sure even he'll say he didn't have the greatest game. But again, I also think it's a different game, even with these stupid hydration breaks that break up the momentum of the match. Yeah. So if you're on top, all of a sudden you've got to have a 3-minute break.
Yeah.
And then it's like starting the game all over again.
I'm not having that excuse for last night, though.
No, that's not an excuse, but he makes a good point. It was raining yesterday when we had a hydration break.
Of course, hydration breaks are wrong, but that wasn't the reason why we didn't perform last night. Yeah. Wrong selection.
Can I just also say, people have got to stop going on about hydration breaks now. It's in the World Cup. Nothing we can do about it. It's for advertising reasons. We understand it all. I mean, there was one bit where there was a collision of heads, and it was 2.5 minutes before and the commentary team were just going nuts about do it now. Like it can't be. You got to wait till it happens. Just wait.
You see as well, Andy. That was a game yesterday as well where you bring Trent on.
Yeah, that's what I said.
See what I'm saying? Palmer and Trent, and you're like, okay.
It's totally different.
Reece James crossing was poor.
Yeah. Time for a quick coffee break. And look at the back pages with Costa Express.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT. Sponsored by Costa Express. Freshly ground Costa coffee for a quality day.
Now, if I had my own newspaper, the back page headline would just be Guff. Laura Kirk-Francis is here to tell us what the real maybe Laura, someone has gone with Guff. Good morning to you.
Morning. They've not gone with Guff.
Funny, Laura.
Why are you laughing?
We're not in a laughing mood, Laura.
Yeah, we're not. We're in a bad mood today.
We're disappointed.
Yeah, this is a Goldstein and an Agbonlahor you don't want to mess with.
Okay. Right. Okay, noted. Right, let me just bring the vibe down.
Yeah.
Match the vibe on the floor.
Bring it down.
Well, the papers are pretty much going with that vibe. So no fewer than 3 of them have gone with Yawn in the USA.
That's nice.
The Sun, Yawn in the USA. Yawn in the USA and the Star as well, and the Daily Mail. A bit more measured in the Daily Telegraph that says reality check. I think based on the fact that we were all very giddy last week. This is a bit of a reminder of how England can play. The Eye are focusing on Harry, so Harry's pain. The Times also calling England's Lions muzzled as well. So very much reflecting your feelings. The one thing I will say is that the Sun, on the front of the Sun, have tried to give it a bit of a positive spin.
Yeah, nice headline.
Don't worry about a thing because every little thing is gonna be all right. So the Sun going with some Bob Marley.
Yeah. I like that you pointed it out as Bob Marley song rather than just a headline.
I just wanted to make sure everyone understands. Gabby, do you think this is where we as England fans just need to maybe get around the team a little bit? We're being overly critical. It's not over. Are we letting ourselves down here?
No, you know what? I don't think we should be too critical, but it's okay to criticise a team when they don't perform. And a manager who got so many plaudits for his subs but got it wrong last night, that's fine because we know that the players see it, we know the managers see it, we know the FA see it. So we have to be honest about the performance, the subs. And we said it before the tournament. Palmer not going, Trent not going. It's okay if we go and win it. If we're playing like we did last night when we're crying out for those players, they deserve criticism.
Do you think, though, last week we were all very excited. There was no mention of Palmer, no mention of Foden, etc. We've now suddenly, one bad performance, we're crying because the players that we thought should have gone weren't there.
Well, I think in the first game we didn't need them, right? So there was no one saying, where's Palmer, where's Trent? But we needed them last night. It was a game where we couldn't unlock them because they were blocking so low and they had so many men behind the ball. And so when you've got a team that doesn't invite you in, you've got to find a way. And I didn't think we had the players on the pitch that could find that way.
Do you think, though, this is going to be a bit of a one-off? Like, I can't see teams setting up against that as we go deeper into the tournament. So therefore, the argument we need Palmer,
I think when you get quarters onwards, maybe.
Do you know what? I think they will. If we get Congo or Senegal or Mexico,
Senegal,
I think they'll look at that performance from Ghana and say that's the way to do it, and they'll have more on the counter attack. Look how many times it was like touch and go. They should have had a penalty. Conser definitely took the player out. and had a couple of more opportunities. Semenyo looked sharp. So I think teams will use that and say, okay, that's how you frustrate England. And they haven't got a Kyle Walker who can run back 100 mile an hour and save the day.
You don't want to play a Mexico team that puts 10 behind the ball in Mexico.
No. Frustrate you.
Yeah, because you got to beat them in Mexico. I know that sounds obvious, but play Mexico in Mexico. You can't play for no draw. You're not going to get any decisions.
I totally agree. And was it Congo that drew against Portugal?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so Congo got some good players. Wissa was a very good player. Wan-Bissaka's there. But I just think, like, last night, they deserved the criticism because it was too slow. You could see the manager screaming at Spence and screaming at Gordon. Honestly, if I'm Barcelona, because Barcelona, every game they play is against a low block. So Anthony Gordon looked clueless last night. No tricks. The right back had him in his pocket. So if I'm Barcelona, 70 million.
Nuts, man. Nuts.
What about this then in the Sun? So Charlie Wyatt writes about shuffle the deck, Thomas. Give knackered Rice a
What?
rest.
How many words were there?
Shuffle the deck.
Oh, right. I thought that was a nickname.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could
Shuffle
be.
the deck,
Shuffle the
Thomas.
deck.
What's that game for him? I said it before the World Cup started. Everyone's saying, Rodgers and Bellingham. How about play both of them until you play the real top teams? Yesterday didn't need Anderson and Rice. Half time, take Rice off, no problem. Not your performance based, but you know what? Anderson's a sitter. I'm going to play two tens in front. I'm going to play Rodgers and Bellingham in front. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, they weren't attacking enough for us to need two holders.
Don't need it.
Madness.
And Declan Rice, yes, for Arsenal, he goes further forward, but he's not a natural goal scorer. I'd rather someone like Rodgers or Eze in that position than Declan Rice.
Yeah. Where did you watch the game? Did you watch it all?
I watched it at home, yeah.
Oh, it's a late one for you.
Very late, but we've got to do these things.
We have got to do these things.
We have.
It's our job, mate.
You're right. It's a job.
Yeah, it's our job.
You've got one job to do, and it's watch England.
Watch England, which was a tough job.
Yeah,
It was tough. It was a tough job last night, yeah.
Laura, we'll see you in a bit.
You will do.
Good work as always. That was all thanks to our friends at Costa Express. Coming up, there's a huge game tonight. It's live on talkSPORT. Scotland could make history against Brazil and qualify out the group for the very first time. We'll hear from Andy Robertson right after this. It's 6:27. It's The Breakfast Show.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT. Sponsored by Costa Express. Freshly ground Costa coffee for a quality day.
Probably there's a deeper thing here, which is we're so used to talking about starting 11s and who starts, right? And in tournament football, really what you should be talking about is who's going to finish those games. I really like how the whole squad now walks out for the national anthem, because I think now more than ever in modern football, it seems to be a squad game. Like if you look at Arsenal's Champions League final, for example, I think 3 of their first 5 penalty takers that they had marked down weren't on the pitch at the end of the game. So really, I don't really think so much about starting 11s anymore. You think about the whole squad and who can make an impact. And I think Rashford just looked great when he came on. Elliot Anderson really impressed me as well, actually. I thought he just looked so composed, so together. Gay was a shock. I'm sure you were surprised by that as well. I just thought he was nailed on to start. I was sort of thinking, who's going to start alongside Gay, really? But I personally wouldn't change anything. And I mean, I don't know, but as an England fan, I just feel it's just such a privilege watching Harry Kane, I think. I just think he's just the most gifted footballer. I think he's just amazing. And I'm watching him now. He's starting to remind me of those kind of later Man United years of Teddy Sheringham. Do you remember when Teddy Sheringham used to drop deep and just start passing balls around, and you're like, the joy of a player who in the earlier days of his career didn't necessarily solely rely on his pace. means that you sort of cultivate, you learn a different game. And I think we, as a nation, are absolutely
Good morning, everyone. It's 6:33. You're waking up to the World Cup breakfast show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark, who are celebrating a massive, mahoosive summer of football. You can buy a used car in June, and you'll be entered into their weekly draw to win the cost of it back. We haven't even talked about the weather, the heat today, and how just after 7:20, how the country's falling apart.
Mate, I'm not in the mood today, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Gab's in the foul mood, everyone.
Right, no, after last night's performance, if I get to the train station and there's a problem with the trains, mate, there's chaos. You know what it's like?
Cancel because it's hot.
That's what they're saying. It's going to be train problems because it's cancelled. My daughter, secondary school, not going in today or tomorrow.
Yeah, my little one.
Got exams as well that she's doing as well. Like,
yeah, it's hot, Gabs. It's like 40
nah,
degrees
mate,
out.
I'm not having it.
Why?
We didn't get to take days off school because of the
hottest day in the world ever today.
We didn't get days off, mate.
We didn't have this temperature.
Taking an extra bottle of water in your flask or something. A flask. Honestly, mate, 2 days off. Do me a favour.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Like everyone's got aircon in their house or something.
I have to say, yesterday afternoon, round about, I don't know, 2 o'clock, I sat in the garden.
Joke.
It was too hot. It was too hot yesterday, so I don't know how I'm going to cope with today. It's too hot, mate.
Yeah, I agree, but they've still got work to do, kids at school.
Oh, no, but let them have a day off.
2 days then.
Let them have 2 days
off. No,
mate.
I'm not having it, mate.
Miserable thing.
She's grinning on the phone. You know that your kid's grinning is like,
how old is she?
2 days off, 15.
And all she'll be doing in her room on her phone with all her mates. That's it. That's all they'll be doing today. Laughing at us.
That's social media.
By the way, you know that thing where you get like a cold bottle of water and you put it in front of a fan? Does that work? Has anyone tried that? Does it work?
What do you mean?
You get a cold bottle of water like, out of the freezer.
Yeah.
Right? And then you just plonk it right in front of a fan.
Yeah.
So when the fan blows cold air, it's blowing air and also it's taking some of the coldness.
Great idea, mate.
I don't know if that works, but I've seen that.
I think it will.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it will.
All right. If anyone's done that, let me know. Hopefully 717.
Honestly, when it snows, when it's frosty, when it's windy, when it's rainy, we can't get around, we can't travel. Now it's 35 degrees and the trains are cancelled.
40.
Do me a favour.
Oh, imagine if your trains are cancelled.
Honestly, mate.
What will you do?
You see me walking down the M40 with head loss.
Right, talking of head loss, I wonder if the Scots will lose theirs tonight. Scotland, they're back in action in their final group game. They take on 5-time winners Brazil. That game live on talkSPORT from 11 p.m. Steve Clarke's side, they're looking to become the first Scottish team ever to reach the World Cup knockout stage ahead of the game. The captain, Andy Robertson, says the players are ready to make history.
Yeah, look, it's one that we look forward to. We're playing against a massive country, most iconic in World Cup, obviously most decorated, but it also gives us an opportunity to achieve, our dreams as well. We want to achieve history for our little country, and we have an opportunity to do that tomorrow night.
Gabby's right. A massive country.
Oh, yeah, Brazil. Massive, mate.
5-time winners.
How big is Brazil?
Oh, it's biggest in the World Cup.
It's one of the biggest countries in...
I can't think of a biggest...
South America.
I can't think of a bigger country.
Really?
Yeah, well, in World Cup, 5-time
about
winners.
size?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that.
Oh, okay. I thought you know it all, mate.
Oh, it's big.
Okay. How big? No, I think it's a massive game for Scotland. They've just got to be organised, mate. I could see a similar formation to the Morocco game. I really can, because you can't leave Vinny Jr. 1v1.
No.
I know Rafinha's out injured, but they've got so many of the players. Hendrick, Ryan could come in, Martinelli as well. But as well, Andy, like we spoke to Paul Lambert a couple of days ago, maybe they can lose 3-0 and still go through. It's a strange
insane
circumstances to be in. But the Scotland fans have been amazing. I've got friends in Miami.
Do you think that's right? Sorry, do you think that's right? Lose 2 games and go through?
No, I don't know. I think it's far too easy now for teams to get
farcical, isn't it?
Far too easy. But the way the Scotland fans have taken over Ocean Drive in Miami, incredible. I bet the locals are just like, just staring like, what's going on?
They must be loving it.
What's going on?
Must be loving it.
Who are these people? But great culture.
Do you think they'll win? Oh, sorry. Do you think they get?
I think they'll lose probably 2-0. I don't think it'll be like. I don't think it will, mate. Because
5-0.
I've been saying that a lot this tournament. And you look at yesterday, I was like, it could be 4-0. We had people phoning up saying 3-0, 0-0, England and Ghana.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Okay, we'll talk about that in more detail a bit later on. Reminder, of course, don't forget to celebrate the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We're giving away 26 grand tax-free cash. To enter right now, head to talksportwin.com for full T's and C's as well. Now, we know it's all negative about England this morning after that 0-0 draw with Ghana, so let's try and cheer you up just a little bit. It's time now for this. Our next guests are best known for their pranks and comedy online with over, get this, 50 million social media followers between them. Right now, they are in the middle of a 15,000-mile journey across America to raise awareness for Prostate Cancer UK. Woody and Kleiny are streaming every single minute of their trip. Let's find out how they're getting on. They join us now. Boys, good morning to you.
Morning, chaps.
Good morning.
Good morning.
More like good night for us. We're waiting to go to bed, guys.
Oh, all right, we'll speak to you tomorrow. See you later, boys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
I see an Argentina top over there. Have you got like a whole wardrobe of different football shirts then?
Yeah, loads of different shirts. This is my Diego Maradona one.
This is
lovely.
Pyjama t-shirt. He wears it for bed.
Too much information there. Right, tell us where you are in the States, how far you've travelled so far and what you've been up to. I mean, it sounds like every bloke's dream what you're doing.
Yeah, no, we're current. We was in Boston and we've just left to go to New York. We're day 13 now. 24/7 live stream.
Started in LA.
Yeah, and it's been amazing. We've had such an incredible time already, and we're just on our way to New York for 4 days.
So, guys, you're raising awareness and funds for Prostate Cancer UK. I can't say any more than thank you, because I've got a friend who's in his 50s who's never checked his prostate. And I was telling him last week, you have to get checked. He's like, really, mate? So the more awareness, the more things that you guys are doing like this, the better for other people to get checked.
Yeah, it's something which is really close to our hearts. One of our really dear friends, Daryl, who works with us, he's our creative director. His dad recently has been battling with prostate cancer. And we know from speaking to so many people that, look, there's not someone that you've talked this, one in prostate cancer, and every 45 minutes someone will die of prostate cancer. So every half of a football match, we're losing someone, and in the UK, it's not nationally screened, and it's so hard to pick up on at times, and that's why we're kind of trying to raise as much like funds and awareness for research and so on, so people can really like gain that knowledge to go and get checked, because
oh, it's not the best line in the world. Are you still there, lads? Can you hear us? Because it keeps breaking up our end.
Yeah, still here. Can you? Have you got us? Or
we can hear you. We can't see you. We can hear you, which is absolutely fine. Listen, one of the things you said you're doing, you said you're streaming 24/7. I mean, literally every single minute of every day. Like even when you go to bed, there's just a camera when you're sleeping.
Yeah, literally 24/7. The stream doesn't go down. It films us when we're sleeping. Everything is just we wanted to give, like, I mean, we've been edited for the last kind of 13 years since we've been doing social media, and this was the first time we could give the raw Woody and Kleiny kind of like uncut. So it was something that we was really excited about, but also we didn't really know what we was getting ourselves into when we started it, but we're having fun.
You've already done, I'm led to believe, a helicopter ride, a live marriage proposal on stream, and cactus farming as well. What was that like? Was that a bit prickly?
Yeah. Good joke, Andy. First thing in the morning. Well done.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
No, do you know what? We've done some weird and wonderful things, like you say. Like we've been through the Grand Canyon. We've spent lots of time with different families throughout America. And
boys, I'm gonna let you go, I'm afraid, because the line is really intermittent. I can only apologise to our listeners. We'll get them back. Maybe we'll check in with them later on in the week, or definitely next week. But it didn't sound that great. Just to remind everyone that the guys there, they've got over 50 million followers. That's Woody and Kleiny. Don't forget, donations can be made via the GoFundMe page. Just visit gofundme.com/F for Freddie, F/Woody and Kleiny. Just ever so quickly on talking of prostate.
Yes.
I know a lot of men listen to talkSPORT, and a lot of men are very ignorant and arrogant as well about getting their prostate checks. Can I just tell a lot of... I've had mine checked. I don't know if you had yours. It's something we should always talk about. You had yours checked?
It's meant to be over 40, isn't it? But I got mine checked last year.
Right, okay.
On the 40.
Which is right. So boys, back in the day, you used to have to go in to see the doctor, and you have to whip your pants down and stick a finger up your bum, right?
That's what the guy said to me.
I'm just talking openly now about this, right? Because I think a lot of blokes don't know about it, and they'll be very embarrassed about it, even though there's nothing to be embarrassed about. But nowadays, it's a blood test. I think Simon Jordan, he talked about this in great detail. It's just a blood test.
Andy, that's exactly what the guy I'm talking about.
Right.
He's in his 50s, and he was like, we're talking about it, and I was saying, like, I went and got mine checked, even though you're not meant to go to the doctor, so you're over 40, are you? But I went last year, and it was just a blood test, and it was like, no, everything fine. He thought it was like you says. He's like, oh, it's a bit weird, isn't it, like doing that and stuff like that. I'm like, no, it's a blood test. He's like, is it? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's planning to get it done.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people think, mate.
Of course it is. Yeah, it's not a thing like you can request it. I always request it. I'm joking, but you should, boys. Listen, if you've never had it done, if you're over 40, right?
Done?
It will. I'm telling. This is a fact. This is a fact. It's a horrible fact. I'm telling you a fact. If every single man listening to this go checked it, we would be saving at least one life. There is someone listening to this that needs to go and get it.
100%.
Go phone your GP up, phone your doctor, get a blood test booked in. It takes 2 minutes. Boom.
Mate, it was so quick.
I
literally went and got my bloods done within I think it was a day. Results back, no problems.
Get it done, boys. Don't be stupid. Right, still to come on the Breakfast Show.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
So after England's World Cup journey, a major bump, we are breaking down exactly what went wrong for Thomas Tuchel's boys. In 15 minutes, we'll be joined by former England winger Andros Townsend, plus former Arsenal midfielder, the ledge that is Luton Town gaffer as well, Jack Wilshere, and 2018 World Cup goalkeeper Jack Butland. What a lineup that is will be on our show later on. Great show coming up. That was our breakfast preview with our good friends at Travis Perkins, 6:44.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
This is Olivia Bazaglo. I'm guessing just after Messi has either scored or the final whistle has been blown. Have a listen.
I have just watched Lionel Messi become the all-time leading goal scorer in World Cup history. As literally I look right in front of me, there is still such a huge section of Argentina fans, and I can't even explain to you what it's like in a stadium when all of these people are just worshipping Messi. It's literally the closest you will ever get to God, I swear, in football form. I don't know if you can hear the fans. There's a whole stand of them still jumping, still singing, still holding up a banner of Maradona and Messi on one. I cannot even describe to you like the feeling of seeing that happen when you've watched this player all my life. How lucky are we that we've all lived at the same time as Lionel Messi?
That message only goes on for another 9 hours. So you
had to
get her thoughts together. Yeah, that's the longest edit ever of a voice
You know what,
note.
though, mate? She told me she was going to the World Cup and said she's going to watch Argentina. I said to her before she went, Louis, I says, one of the best things you do. The energy you feel in that stadium. I went to the Argentina-Mexico game in the Qatar World Cup, mate. I had nosebleed seats, but like Argentinian fans everywhere. And it felt like you're in company of a god.
Yeah, cool.
You felt the fans.
Yeah.
It feels like, mate, you're in a 90-minute concert, a 90-minute
That's a
Messi
great
concert,
description.
and it's one of the best concerts you'll ever go to. If anybody's over in America, Canada, or Mexico, and you get a chance to go and watch Messi for Argentina, it could be his last tournament, last time you'll see him play, go and do it. If I was in America now, mate, with talkSPORT, I'd be paying whatever.
Would you?
I don't know. I'll pay a lot of money to go and watch him again, mate.
How much? You can have my ticket for.
I've got.
Hello, I'm Matt Fordham from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Good morning, everyone. You're waking up to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. Some of the headlines this Wednesday morning. Overnight, we saw Colombia dominate DR Congo, get a 1-0 win. And in England's group, Croatia got off the mark with a 1-0 win against Panama. Head coach Brendan McCullum says he remains good friends with England captain Ben Stokes. And the pair have no idea why rumours of a rift have emerged. Wonder why. And of course, England, the main story today, that 0-0 draw with Ghana. Just guff, wasn't it? talkSPORT's reporter and talkSPORT's answer to Louis Theroux, Max Scott, is with us in the studio. Morning, Max. How you doing?
Is that the spec? Is that what I'm getting at?
That's a compliment, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh, lovely to see you, Andy.
Is what he would say. You look well. You all right? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. And just a couple of stories to flag that have been doing arounds on social media and some of those major news websites, away from the actual footballing performance. I totally agree with you. Absolute guff. But there was a lot of chatter in the papers, social media, about whether or not England players would shake Thomas Partey's hand. He, of course, is in charge of 5 counts of rape here in the UK. He denies that. There was some talk that Ghana might put Partey at the front of the line for shaking hands. That didn't happen. It all went very normally, apart from the fact that Jed Spence refused to shake Thomas Partey's hand. Other than that, all very normal. Lots of reaction to that on social media. Some people really delighted with the fact that Jed Spence didn't do that. Other people not happy. And then there was another fiery exchange, which I'm sure you've seen, between Jude Bellingham and Carlos Queiroz at half-time. it looks like on footage, and I've watched it from a few different angles, Ghana staff are seen shouting at Jude Bellingham for that late tackle towards the end of the first half. Quiroz says it was a response to that. There's then obscenities. We've seen all these sort of speech experts come out. Obscenities shouted. Jude sticks up for himself. And what I like after the game is Thomas Tuchel has come out, backed Jude Bellingham, said he's sticking up for himself. He's sticking up for the team. I wouldn't change it. What do you make of that sort of argument half time? Do you want to see that from Jude, or do you think he's overstepping the line?
I think there's a bit of frustration, wasn't it, at the first half, how frustrated most of the team was. It was a late challenge, was a foul, never mind. And at the start of the second half, the two players are laughing. I've seen in the tunnel. So it's sometimes people try and blow things out of proportion. I think it was totally fine. I like that. I like a bit of needle.
Guerra said he got under the skin of England that Ghana did. Do you think that's the case?
Did.
I think so. In the heat of the battle, yeah, I think so.
I think they definitely did. You know, they were clever. They were falling over at the right times. They were defending so well. Goalkeeper as well.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the goalkeeper he plays in the Ghanaian league. Second choice goalkeeper. How good was he? But Jude Bellingham has got that in him to get frustrated. And what I liked as well is Morgan Rogers come over, put his arm around him and got him away from him as well.
That was much needed. Max, always a pleasure.
Thank you, Max.
Thanks, man. We'll see you in a minute. We've got so much to cram into today's show. It's time now to round up all the latest tournament action with Burger King.
The breakfast briefing on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
So, did you ever doubt him? Well, Cristiano Ronaldo has announced himself at this year's World Cup.
Cancelo down that right-hand side. João Cancelo on the charge. Feeds it into Ronaldo! He's arrived! Cristiano Ronaldo is off the mark at World Cup 2026. Bruno Fernandes is on the charge. Ronaldo's ahead of him. Ronaldo inside the box to finish it. He does! It's Ronaldo and the double, and there's the celebration. His World Cup well and truly off and running.
Yes, that's right. No surprise. Ronaldo's become the first ever player to score in 6. That's quite astonishing. 6 World Cups, become the second oldest World Cup goal scorer of all time. After scoring his first goal, Ronaldo stared down the barrel of the camera and shouted, "I'm back. I'm back." Gabs, were we too quick to write off Cristiano?
Not really, no. I think everyone was honest about the performance. Was not a very good performance in the first game, but yesterday, let's be honest, Uzbekistan, not a great side.
No.
You know, Portugal should have done what they done last night, and Ronaldo took his goals very well. Second goal, great movement in behind.
Desperate for a hat-trick.
And the first goal, yeah, very good finish as well. It's not an easy finish.
No.
I've seen many players sky those chances, kept it down, great finish. And that's what he's been doing his whole career, hasn't he? Proving people wrong.
Delighted to say we're joined now by Portuguese football expert Pedro Sepulveda joins us. Pedro, good morning to you.
Morning, Pedro.
Hello to you all.
How are you? You look a bit like Cristiano Ronaldo, actually. How are you? You must be so happy about yesterday.
Yeah, of course. As a Portuguese, I'm very happy for the result. I was really curious to hear the ones who were last days after the draw against Congo talking about if Ronaldo should start or not in the main 11 of Portugal this game against Uzbekistan. And I think now they don't have any more doubts. A player like Cristiano Ronaldo should always play in the national team of Portugal in the main 11 as he's performing at this level. Even if he's not during the game at his prime, let's say, the free kick, it's an amazing example of the importance of Ronaldo in the team. If you talk to any person, 10 out of 10 will say that they thought Ronaldo would shoot the free kick. You are going to say that. I was going to say that. Even the goalkeeper thought that Ronaldo was the one that will shoot, and that's why when Nuno Mendes shot, the goal appeared, because I think if Ronaldo wasn't there to shoot, the goalkeeper was, for example, being much more focused on the ball and probably could defend the ball. So I think it was a huge game for Portugal, the game that they need. Let's see what's going to happen the next game against a difficult opponent, because Colombia, it's a much more difficult opponent than the previous two.
He loves working under Roberto Martinez, doesn't he, Cristiano Ronaldo? 27 goals in 34 matches under Martinez. That's his best ever goals per game ratio with the national team.
Yeah, but I don't really think that this is Roberto Martinez effect, to be honest with you. I'm not criticizing the work of Roberto Martinez, but I think, and the information that I have is that these are going to be the last games of Roberto Martinez in front of the national team of Portugal, even if he wins the World Cup. And after it, I think we are going to continue seeing Ronaldo at his prime, if he, of course, continues playing on the national team, which is still a question. But of course, Roberto Martinez, it's important because I think Roberto Martinez became the Spanish coach with more goals in the final stages of a World Cup. So of course, his work, it's very important. But I really think that a player like Ronaldo, even if you change the coach, we are talking about a goals machine. We are talking about a guy who is completely addicted for his work. And as he said, this week was very difficult. The last days were very difficult for Portugal national team after his draw against Congo. Let's see now how they are going to react after this 5-0 against Uzbekistan.
Pedro, let me ask you, we were having this discussion in our office before we came on air about England fans. We're all the same for every single World Cup and European Championships. We have a good game. We have a big grin on our face. We say we're going to win it. We have a poor game like last night, and then we throw our toys out the pram. We say we're useless. We're never going to win it. Is it the same with Portugal fans?
Well, I think the desire at this competition is very big because we all agree that we are talking about the last World Cup of Cristiano Ronaldo. You never know. I always say we never know because in 4 years, a guy like this could still want to play the next one. And if he wants to play, he will play, in my opinion. But I really think that at least this is the last dance with Cristiano and Messi. So the desire is very big. The possibility of, for example, having a game regarding Portugal and Argentina, it's a big desire, I think, not only for Portuguese and Argentinian fans, I think for all the football fans all around the world. So, of course, we think we can win it, to be honest. The Portuguese fans feel that they can win because this is the message that the Portuguese players are trying to pass. They are talking about a dream, but I think nowadays we think that there is a possibility for that. I think we need to wait now. 4 points almost guarantee you that you are going to be on the next stage. And on the next stage, we are talking about the knockout stage. I think everything can happen.
I agree. Pedro, for the time being, thanks as always.
Thank you, Pedro.
We'll catch up with you next week.
Thank you so much. My pleasure, guys. Have a nice day.
You too. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. There you go, the Portuguese football expert, Pedro Sebuleva. Unfortunately, we're going to be joined by Piers Morgan later on in the show for more deluded
Andy,
Ronaldo love.
Why?
Well, because Rory Jennings owes him $5,000. So I thought it'd be quite funny to get him on, actually. If you're just waking up, Colombia beat DR Congo 1-0 overnight, meaning Colombia, they're currently above Portugal, by the way, in their group. The two sides face each other on Sunday. Big game, that. That'll be live on talkSPORT. That was a roundup of all the latest action. Thanks to our friends at Burger King. Coming up, we turn our attention back to England and the performance, or lack of it, on the pitch. It was complete guff. But how do we fix it? We'll focus on that in just a moment. 6:59, everyone.
The Breakfast Briefing on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
She says, if you pardon the expression, where the dad, of course, is completely useless at the birth of a child. That's her view, not mine. And she goes on to say, you're not going to cut an umbilical cord. You cannot miss a World Cup. Where do you stand on this, Troy?
It's the first time I've heard what the lady said.
She's strong.
She's an idiot, is what she is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said.
I think having a child is obviously the greatest thing that any human can do, in my opinion. And you know, say you're not going to cut the umbilical cord. Well, that's silly because you can do that. But also, who are you to question somebody else's desire to be there with their child and their family? I think this would have been a conversation with Belgium beforehand. They know it's coming.
Yeah.
But I also think as well, you know, if I want to go be with my family because we're having a baby, who's reporter A to say whatever she wants to say? But also, let's flip that now. And a male had said that.
Oh yes, it would be misogyny to the highest level.
Yeah, I just think sometimes we live in a new world now where everyone wants to have clickbait and everyone wants to have a headline. But I miss the good old days where you could just tell someone, just shut up, because she's talking absolute nonsense. I've been fortunate enough to have 5 kids, and I've not missed the birth of one of them.
You haven't missed the birth of one of them. She is strong, Simon. I'm looking at another quote coming out of L'Equipe. France Pierron. She says, "You're living out a childhood dream, yet you're going to walk away from it all to attend the birth of your child."
This might be the most iconic image in English sporting history, the moment Bobby Moore lifted the World Cup. It meant the flag of St George could forever be draped on the Jules Rimet, and Moore would be a hero always, despite the twists and turns of his eventful World Cup career. Bobby Moore went to the World Cup in 1962, but didn't play a single game. A year later, though, he was made England captain, leading the side as they built up to 66. But Moore might never have played in the tournament. He was in a contract dispute with West Ham and was technically a free agent. And an FA rule meant free agents were ineligible to play for England. Sir Alf Ramsey stepped in and forced West Ham and Moore to sign a deal. Phew. Then, when the final came around, Moore might not have played in that either. According to Sir Geoff Hurst's autobiography, he overheard Sir Alf discussing the idea of dropping Moore in favour of Norman Hunter to help deal with the German attack. But he stuck with Moore and didn't live to regret it. 4 years later, Moore was shrouded in controversy. On a pre-tournament team trip to Colombia, he was arrested, accused of stealing a bracelet from a gift shop, and placed under house arrest for 4 days. Perhaps the most famous match of that tournament was England's group game against Brazil, in which he made what's still described as the perfect tackle. It's so beautiful. After the game, another iconic image. The quarter-final defeat to West Germany would be his last World Cup match. England failed to qualify in '74 and Moore stepped away, leaving the most incredible legacy. He was made an inaugural inductee to the English Football Hall of Fame in 2002, and in 2007 this statue was unveiled of Moore outside the new Wembley Stadium. It was described as the finishing touch.
Morning, everyone. 6 minutes past 7. You're waking up to the World Cup Breakfast Show. Me, Andy Goldstein, he's got his shades on. Look at him. Gabby Agbonlahor alongside Arnold Clark by Used Kind Upgrade event and get 2 years free servicing. Plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June. A reminder of yesterday's World Cup results in full. CR7 got a brace in a 5-0 win for Portugal over Uzbekistan.
Ronaldo, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know why he's written CR7.
Yeah. Embarrassing.
CR7.
Cristiano Ronaldo,
Not
please.
9, are we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, CR7.
Over 50-years won't know what that means.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about CDM later? Last night, Croatia beat Panama by a goal to zip, and Colombia beat DR Congo by also a goal to zip. Just quickly, we've got some great guests coming up.
Yeah.
We've got Jack Wilshere, Jack Butland. We've got Andros Townsend, hence the sunglasses. Piers Morgan's joining us. But you're looking forward to Ivana Knoll, is that right?
Yeah, I think she's got an outstanding song that she's just brought
I
out.
thought you say something else. What?
It's called We Are The People. Big fan of it, mate.
You sent me the video last night.
Yeah, it's fantastic, mate. We done our prep, didn't we? On
yeah,
what will be a
I
great
did
guest.
my prep last night and this morning.
Yeah. What time this morning?
What are you laughing at? What's wrong with that?
It's a great song, mate. Great video, and really looking forward
Why
to
is the
it.
video great?
The way she's like smashing balls to the top corner. I think it's a great video, and really, really lucky to have her on the show. I think she's a big fan of the show as well.
Sorry, what did you say she's doing in the video? What did you say?
Left foot, right foot, smashing shots into the bit.
Oh, okay.
What's up with that? Is that not what you do?
No, I thought
Harry Kane should have done that last night with that left-footed chance.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Maybe he can take some pointers off her.
Exactly. No, we're looking forward to Ivana coming on. Big fan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Great song.
All of that is
We Are The People.
All of that is coming up a bit later on, but we have to start this out. It's Boston, a real snooze fest and a reality check for England.
Can England now garner the win that will take them into the knockout stages?
The longer the game went, the more spaces we found. This is just like the story is told so many times.
Could easily be here 1-0 and we have 6 points and everyone's extremely happy.
Will be a frustration if they don't have 6 points against their name at the end of the day.
Turn this frustration into a fascination.
If England are going to go on and get the big prize in a couple of weeks' time, they're going to have to solve issues like what they've got in front of them today.
And they're a good side, a lot of good players, quality on the counter-attack.
Garner playing the ball forward. Oh, Pickford's come out! Now, has he taken his man out? Now the referee's given a free kick England's way.
Very, very fortunate to stay on the pitch.
6 yards out and he's blazed it over, and that was a chance to win it.
No, it looks as though the longer this game goes on, it won't happen.
A fourth successive tournament where they got off to a winning start, but then get hit by some sloppy seconds. England 0, Ghana 0.
Yeah, pretty much guff is how I would explain it to you. This morning's newspapers, their headlines, slightly different than guff. The Times go with England frustrated. Front of the Sun is gonna be all right. Back of the Mail is yawn in the USA. England remain top of Group L, but will need to beat Panama on Saturday evening. That's live on talkSPORT to guarantee their passage to the last 32 as group winners. So, was it as bad as Gabby and I believe, or are we overreacting? Let's cross stateside and bring in former England winger, our mate Andros Townsend, to the show. Andros, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andros.
Good morning. How are we?
Yeah, we're good, man. How are you today? You all right? You look well? You look happy? You look good?
Yeah, I've just got in from Colombia, DR Congo. So that was a good game. I just commentated.
Oh, wow. Okay, you having fun out there?
It's tough in terms of like the schedule and flying from country to country, but it's actually a really enjoyable experience.
I bet it is. Let's talk about an experience that was anything but enjoyable last night. England. I don't know if you heard the top of our show. I mean, there were so many problems, I think, and Gabby thinks, with where England got it wrong last night, from formation to set up to starting lineup. What did you make of the whole performance?
I think a bit of overreaction from what I'm hearing since I've been listening in. I think formation, I think in possession, for the main part, it was 3-1-6 in possession. And I don't think you can be much braver than that in your setup in a World Cup game, especially with the threat of Semenyo and Inaki Williams. I think 3-1-6 is fair. I think we limited the counter-attacking threat of a Semenyo. I think we did switch the ball from side to side very well, very quickly. I think the biggest problem we faced is when we did switch the ball to a Gordon, Madueke, they didn't win their 1v1 duels enough. I think Sanaya and Mensah did a very, very good job keeping those guys quiet. And I think that was the biggest problem England faced, as well as not really having the runs in behind Harry Kane like we did in the first game. Anthony Gordon made some very good runs, Bellingham in the first game. We didn't really have that. And again, I think that without that running in behind, it was very easy for Ghana to defend against. But I've commentated on 6 games. I've watched so many World Cup games in preparation. It's not easy when teams set up in a 4-5-1 or a 5-4-1 or 5-3-2. It's so hard to break down. And England tonight or last night found it very difficult to break down a resolute Ghanaian side.
I agree, Andros. It's very difficult. I played many games where you played lower league opposition in cup games where it's hard to break down. They're organised and they're up for the fight. But I just look at last night. Was it a game at half-time where you say, you know what, Declan Rice, we don't need you on the pitch now. We've got Anderson there sitting. Can we get Rodgers and Bellingham as 2 10s? Can we get Watkins on Ivan Toney? Another body up there of Harry Kane because he's enjoying dropping off. Can Marcus Rashford come on earlier for the place of Gordon, who struggled? I just felt like the changes were a bit slow from the manager.
And I agree with that. And I think with hindsight, the changes were very much like for like. We didn't really give Ghana a different proposition to face. I commentated on Germany against Ivory Coast a few days ago, and similar thing. It wasn't working out. Ivory Coast were defending very well, and Nagelsmann just brought on different personnel. Undav, who's completely different to Kai Havertz, came on. They brought some different propositions in midfield, and they ended up winning that game 2-1. And that's the only probably criticism of the manager I would make, is that he didn't really. It was like for like. He didn't really give Ghana a different proposition to think about.
Andros, let's talk about the players out wide. You touched on them ever so briefly, but of course, being a wide man yourself, you'll be best to answer these questions. I thought Anthony Gordon and I thought Noni Madueke were both terrible. Every time Madueke got the ball, and I wouldn't say it was 1-on-1, but he had a chance to run at the last defender. He would maybe have 2 or 3 paces forward, stop, and then play the ball backwards. I thought Gordon just had no space whatsoever. Part of that blame might be down to Jed Spence, who was always finding him, I think, a little bit too late. But just as 2 wide men in a game where England were crying out for service from either side, I thought we were terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't say terrible, but I probably agree with you. I think I defended Anthony Gordon in the last game and said he offered something different. But his role today was, or last night was, 1v1s. We're going to switch the ball to you. We need you to dominate your 1v1s. And he just didn't. And I don't know, maybe you could have changed up, like Gabby said, at half-time. Maybe bring him inside where Declan Rice was playing and get him making those runs in behind. Have Jed Spence playing a bit high and wide just to see if that can bring something different. So I agree. I give a lot of credit to Sanaya and Mensah. They defended very, very well in those 1v1 situations. But I agree the wingers didn't really help.
Opoku did as well, didn't he? Number 18, Opoku. He was like a giant of a defender, wasn't he? He was very good last night.
They were so good. They were doubling up. They were defending the box. They were getting men behind the ball. It was a very good Ghanaian performance. Agreed. But of course, as an Englishman and as English people, we don't often look at the opposition. We look at what we could have done better.
And just before I let you go, we know you're a self-proclaimed health expert. You got loads and loads of people talking over the weekend with your in-stadium lunch of raw beef in a Tupperware box. Just tell us a bit more about that. I mean, when I look at you, I can't think anything you're doing is wrong. So you obviously know what you're doing. But are you surprised at just the reaction you got to put in that image of you with raw beef?
I'm not, because the education on food is so poor over the last 15, 20 years. And in reality, yes, it was poorly presented raw beef on top of some avocado. But you go into a fancy restaurant and they slice it up and they serve it as beef carpaccio and they give it to you for £30. Everyone's licking their lips and ordering it and saying how nice it was. So it's just about presentation at the end of the day. But yeah, it did cause a bit of a stir online over the last few days.
Well, listen. We love having you on our show. You look great as always. Thanks.
Thank you, Andros.
Thank you so much. Great speaking to you guys.
Likewise.
Take care. Bye bye.
Have a great day. He's brilliant, Andros.
I love him. Yeah,
he's great, isn't he?
Very good on the co-com.
And I'm taking the mickey with my sunglasses, and you've got yours as well. But his glasses,
I feel better.
His glasses to get rid of the glare. Those glasses look pretty cool. I need to get some of them.
Can we keep these on?
Yeah,
I feel better.
You know, management love it if we've got the sunglasses.
I feel better, mate. I feel like I got more
energised.
Yeah, energy.
Keep them on.
I can see better.
Yeah, they're not yours, though, are they? The Sims.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Why has he got lady sunglasses?
Oh, we can't say that, mate.
I'm sure you can get female sunglasses rather than male ones.
No, mate.
Even that you can't?
No.
In case they identify as something else?
Yeah.
You can't do. Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Right. As always, Adrian Durham has given his England player ratings over on talksport.com. I'll give you a little spoiler. They're not good. For more reaction to that game, don't forget to check out the World Cup Daily podcast. Next up, we cross stateside. We check in with Scotland fans in Miami ahead of the game against Brazil. Can they make it? Could they do it? Can they? Of course they can't.
Absolutely not.
That's where we go after this.
It's
16 minutes past 7.
Now, earlier in the show, we asked the all-important question. Who was faster in their pomp? Kyle Walker or Gabby Agbonlahor? Well, talkSPORT's Anil Kandala was at the talkSPORT fan zone at Villa Park last night for England against Croatia, and he put that question to some of the fans in attendance.
It's a tough call, but I'd go for Gabby. He was awesome, and no defender wants anybody with that pace running at them. So I'd go for Gabby. I would.
Quicker than Kyle Walker?
I think so. Yeah, I do. And I'm sure Gabby would agree with me.
Gabby. Well, he used to dart across the field, didn't he? I think he's better than Kyle, to be honest.
Well, we had Kyle on loan for us for many years ago, and he was quick, but Gabby was quicker.
And there you go. It might be a little bit unfair because Gabby Agbonlahor is in that building behind me, but it seems that Gabby's got the vote.
Mate, the rest of the world.
He actually spoke to about 100 people who were there, but we already decided to show 3, okay?
I clipped that up for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though? When I think about Kyle, when I go back to that game, Kyle, of like, I think it might have been Germany at Wembley, and you was right side of the 3, but like you was all the way in the right back position, and I was at the game, mate, and you come sprinting across, mate. Someone was through on goal. I can't remember who it was. It was Muller, yeah. I'm like, where has this guy come from? And you've done that for the last 15, 16 years, mate. Your centre-half pairings with England and Manchester City must have been looking at you thinking like, okay, maybe I can leave a bit of space in behind, because you would always just come out of nowhere and cover.
Yeah, I think that was what my game was based on. You know, I probably didn't create that much going forward with assists and stuff. I chipped in with a few, but not as much as probably what I should have done. So my main game when I got a little bit older was to make sure I can cover the back.
Incredible, man.
Here's a great suggestion. Jill's a regular contributor. She says, why not get both of them in the car park? Said, my money's on...
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Morning, everyone. It's 7:20. You're waking up to the World Cup Breakfast Show on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Gabby Agbonlahor. I know he's rude, isn't he?
Honestly.
Just come in and do
Our
this, do
producer,
that.
mate.
Arrogant.
Terrible how he speaks to us, mate.
You shouldn't talk to talent like that.
No.
Do this, Gabby, do that. Goldstein, you're the best. But, Gabby, you got to up your game.
Yeah.
No need for that. No need. Should we go to the phone lines?
Let's do it.
Phil is a Man United fan. Joins us.
Morning, Phil.
Morning, Phil.
Morning, mate. You all right, lad?
Yeah,
You're right,
good.
lad.
You all right? Off you go. What do you want to say?
So this morning we was on the way into work and I heard people going on. Everyone rings in about England every time we draw or we just don't get a win. And it got me angry, really, because I always think to myself, in England, we moan when we don't win. We moan when we draw, but you got all the other top teams drawing. And you know, when it's too hot, we moan that it's too hot. And when it's too cold, we moan that it's too cold. And it just got under my skin, so I thought I need to ring in.
Are you phoning up to moan about people moaning?
I'm phoning up to moan about people moaning.
Yeah. So someone listening might moan up about the fact, phone up and moan about the fact you're moaning about people moaning about people moaning.
Yeah, I'm trying to start a trend, so hopefully it goes on all day.
Do you know what? I think it will after that performance.
Yeah, do you know what, right? So I just thought to myself, Ghana are a tough team. Yeah, all they do, you know, they lock up and they go behind the ball, and you got to expect to draw. It's the World Cup. It's not
65th, they're ranked in the world.
Yeah, I understand that, but you know how it is. Look at the Premier League. The Premier League when the Championship's getting promoted, and then next minute, you know, you're in there. United are beating Liverpool and Arsenal and everyone last season, and the next minute we're drawing against. You know,
are you moaning?
No, I'm not moaning. I don't
Sounds
moan,
like you're moaning. Phil, it sounds like, Phil, you're going to be known as Phil the Moaner from now on the Breakfast Show.
No problem.
Change his name.
Phil, have a great day, my
friend.
friend.
Have a good day, mate.
Yeah, you too, mate. Bye-bye.
Phoning up to moan about people moaning.
Incredible, isn't it?
That's great. I like that. Right, time for a very quick coffee break with Costa Express.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get select regular iced drinks for £2 at participating Sainsbury's stores until the 30th of June 2026. Excludes flavoured iced lattes and added syrups. Terms and conditions apply.
Mate, I was on the train the other day, right? And a lot of people crammed onto the train because two of the carriages, the aircon had gone. And there was this lady, probably mid-50s, and a seat next to her was free. So the lady opposite her says, like, can you move so these guys can sit down? She's going, don't tell me what to do.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, you got a perfect view of it, mate. I'm like, oh.
Tell me.
I didn't get involved, mate. I'm not getting involved. He's like, if he wants to sit there, he will tell me, don't you get involved.
Wow, people.
People are so rude, mate.
People. Well, she's here now to defend herself. Laura Kirk-Francis is back in the studio.
Good morning.
Wow.
Why were you so rude to that person? How are you, Laura?
I'm good. Right. You've been asking for a quiz.
Oh, we haven't got one.
You're getting a quiz.
Does the producer know?
Yes, he does. We're ready. We need to go quick.
He's okayed it.
Quickly.
Yes, he has.
We've got 1 minute. Come on.
Got 1 minute.
Okay.
Right, quick
Eight
fire
seconds.
quiz.
Okay.
It's about the heat, so you're going to take it in turns.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, good volumes there. Good levels.
Right, Gabby, starting with you.
Yep.
What was the hottest air temperature ever recorded on Earth?
A, B, and C, or?
No.
I mean, it's quite random, that question, isn't it?
Come on.
To the nearest degree. A number between.
What, one? You give me
Yeah,
one leeway.
50 degrees, I don't know.
You're not far away. 56.7.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. No, I won't. No, don't give him that. Don't give him that. We don't reward
I don't want it. I don't want it.
No.
Miserable. People are moaning.
Andy.
Hi, how you doing?
What is the name given to the 1959 film starring Marilyn Monroe with a synonym of very warm in the title?
It ain't half hot, Mum.
No.
No, I'm joking. It's called...
No,
that's a comedy over here. It's Marilyn Monroe. It's called... I Like It Hot, Hot, Hot.
Not quite.
I know what it's called. Go on, tell me.
Some Like It Hot.
Oh, my
okay,
goodness.
need the point.
So annoying.
Gabby, what is the name given to the longest day?
Longest
I call
day.
it Brian, actually. I call it the longest day Brian.
No idea.
Nope. Summer solstice.
Yeah, I wouldn't have knew that.
I've got the album.
Did you?
Let's say leap year. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, the longest day, which we had the other day, is called a leap
June the
year.
21st.
Yes.
Yes. Right, Andy.
Most of the day.
How much taller does the Eiffel Tower become in summer? 6 inches or 6 feet?
What's 6 inches, Gabby? What's that? You wish it was that. 6 inches. I don't think anything can expand to 6 foot.
Why not?
I think that's just too big in the heat. 6 inches. Am I right?
Right, 1 point. We're on the scoreboard.
I hope someone's just turned on when I've given that answer.
Gabby, the building of Stonehenge started during which year?
I'll give you which century.
Why you give me the hard one?
Give him the
This-
century.
Nearest century.
This
Nearest
is the
century.
Arsenal in her. That's like trying to like
I
make
think
you
it's
get really bad answers. You're giving him easy ones. He gets 2 different answers as well. A or B.
Go century. You've got
answering.
100 years.
I'm not answering.
You're refusing to answer my quiz.
I am,
question.
Can I guess?
Yes.
It's either 16 or 17. I would guess at 17. It's way before that.
1700 when? BC?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. 3100 BC.
Miles
Wrong.
off, yeah.
Right,
3100 BC.
Yeah, BC. It's old. Final one.
Wow.
Andy, this is for you. What is the hottest planet in the solar system?
I'm looking at Gabby. I'm thinking Uranus.
Oh my God.
No, what's really hot, isn't it?
I know what it is.
It's got to be Mars, right?
It's Saturn.
Mars. No, it won't be Saturn. That's blue. Mars, red.
No.
Venus.
Venus.
Boom!
Bang.
Hold on.
Venus Williams.
The sun.
Not a planet, a star.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Are you joking?
Get the A-levels or what?
No, of course not. Of course I didn't.
It is actually Mercury. No, sorry, it's Venus. Mercury is closer, but Venus is hotter.
See?
Oh, honestly, I thought it was Uranus.
School,
I thought it was Uranus.
Got to concentrate at school. Do I get one more?
We've got a tiebreaker.
Yeah,
We've got a tiebreaker.
okay.
1-1. I think we'll
Okay.
give you that one.
Okay,
Gabby.
yeah,
Right,
good.
here we go.
I did get it.
We'll do fingers on buzzers for this one.
Okay.
Which London Underground tube line recorded the highest temperature in May's heat wave?
I'm going to go with the horrendous Northern Line.
Nope.
Oh.
Didn't you say station?
London Underground tube line.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Central.
not listening?
What?
You're not
Central, because it's red.
Correct. We have a winner.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Central Line, 34.3 degrees on the platform at the end of May this year.
I was there that day.
Were you?
Oh, phew, what a scorcher.
Was it?
Yeah.
Great quiz.
How are you dealing with the heat being ginger?
Very, very badly.
I saw your little post on social media where you're looking through the blinds trying to get
Yeah,
out. It's very
do you know,
funny.
people are having a go at me about that one.
Well, I thought
lots,
it was
lots of
funny.
people going, "Oh, I'm ginger and I like the heat." Good for you.
Just get a sense of
Good
humour.
for you. I hate it. Yeah, struggling, really struggling.
Everyone's different, yep.
It's tough, isn't it? I think everyone's going to suffer today. It's just.
I think it's tough that we're still working in this heat, mate. You know,
It's,
the kids,
I mean, it's
are off
air
school.
conditioned here.
Gabs, it's cold in here.
Yeah.
The kids are off school, but we have to come to work.
Are your kids off school?
Yeah, my daughter is. My youngest isn't, but my daughter's.
Are you
off
just
2
surprised
days.
he's got children?
I'm just like.
That any woman
What? That you
on the
can't-
planet would have gone, go on then.
Oh, that's not
Wow.
nice. is it?
I think
That's a low blow, isn't
I
it?
think the England result has made us all a bit
That's a low
happy
blow,
today. Do you know what we're
mate.
moaning? People are calling out to moan.
Anything
Yeah.
to change the
That's a
story.
low blow. And I wonder why they don't ask you to help them the homework. I wonder why they
That's
don't
not the
ask you to
reason.
help.
It's probably the same reason I didn't go to school as well. Laura, thank you so much. Are
Thank
you
you,
done
Laura
now for today?
Francis.
That's it. Good.
Yes.
Snooker or golf today?
Not snooker because
Bit-
I wore my waistcoat yesterday, so that's done
Okay.
for the week. It's a bit too hot for golf.
It is a
so
bit too
it's
hot.
way too hot for golf.
Okay,
So
just look after yourself.
Don't get an ice cream and
Go.
say-
Good
I'm
advice.
gonna go get a Magnum, I think.
Good advice. That was all thanks to Costa Express. Coming up, we'll head to Miami. We'll bring you more build-up ahead of Scotland against Brazil, where the Scots could make history. Won't happen. It's live on talkSPORT. We'll bring you more on that next. It's 7:28.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get select regular iced drinks for £2 at participating Sainsbury's stores until the 30th of June 2026. Excludes flavoured iced lattes and added syrups. Terms and conditions apply.
Messi became the all-time top scorer in World Cup history, 2 goals against Austria. But it's remarkable, Simon, that he continues to rewrite the history books as he approaches 39. I mean, it is remarkable.
39 tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these players, these elite players that are now looking after themselves. Ibrahimovic was playing up until 41. You know, Ronaldo is playing despite people making observations about his form. You know, that's because they're judging him by a set of standards that he can no longer get to. Messi at 39 years of age, these are supreme athletes that look after themselves, that are consummate professionals and want to play football. It makes you wonder, without trying to be controversial, why Alan Shearer stopped playing international football so young.
Oh, that's right.
You know,
Yeah.
you wonder why these players can look after them. So you wonder how clever, Harry Kane will be that will enable him to play to this age, because you know football's a wonderful game to play, and you're a long time retired.
Yes.
So well done to him. Fabulous.
He's competing in his 6th World Cup. He's scored 18 goals in the tournament, which is 2 more than Miroslav Klose, the previous record holder. He's the 3rd player to score in 6 successive appearances at a World Cup after Just Fontaine, great name, in 1958, and Jairzinho, you remember him, in 1970.
You at those games?
I wasn't at that. I've met Jairzinho, incidentally, in Rio many years ago. With him in this form, though, why can't Argentina win the World Cup again? Do you have a sneaky feeling they might?
No. I think that, you know, there has been instances, and we've seen it, and I know that I'm rolling against the precedent.
Yeah.
But on the whole, teams win World Cups. Now, obviously, we've seen the '86 World Cup being dragged there by Maradona. We've seen the 2022 World Cup being dragged there by Messi.
7:35. Good morning, everyone. It's the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and very excited Gabby Agbonlahor alongside me and Arnold Clark, who are celebrating a massive summer of football. Buy a used car in June, and you'll be entered into their weekly draw to win the cost of it back. Right, the Tartan Army, they have taken over Miami ahead of their clash against Brazil tonight. It's live on talkSPORT. Kicks off at 11 p.m. talkSPORT Scotland report the brilliant Shabana Hearn has braved the Miami Heat, soak up the atmosphere, and see how the party is looking.
Listen, guys, what's it like going to the baseball when we know nothing about baseball?
The party was good though. That's what we're here for.
What's your prediction against Brazil?
Oh, at least 10-0 win. Come on, let's go, Ed!
Is that your biggest fan?
What? Hilts on, tops off. Aye, exactly.
Oh.
Cheers.
That's my dad.
He hits me.
It looks like she's not having fun over there, doesn't it?
Incredible, isn't it?
We'll be joined by not one but two players who played against Brazil in the '98 World Cup. John Collins and Kevin Gallagher will be joining us a bit later on. Before we get to our next guest, a reminder of yesterday's results. The early game, Portugal beat Uzbekistan 5-0 and Colombia beat DR Congo by a 0-0. You'll want to top that group to avoid Spain in the round of 16. I'm going as fast as I can. Hold on. Let's look at England's group. What do you mean? When are we going to get to the guest? Let's look at England's Group L rivals, Croatia. You all right, Gav?
What's wrong with you?
They kept their last 32 hopes alive with a 1-0 win over Panama in Toronto. That win marked a historic 200th cap for Luka Modric. It means England must wait until Saturday against Panama to secure top spot in the group, which could set up a knockout clash against either DR Congo or Senegal. For Croatia, the big question is whether they can replicate past tournament glory, backed, of course, by the ultimate superfans' new song. Yes, no doll there. We are the people. Gabby, absolutely, you love that song.
Great song, man.
Join us now is the woman behind the track. She has over 3 million followers worldwide. Quite a few in the office here as well. The one and only Ivana Noel joins us. Ivana, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ivana.
Hello, good night for me.
Oh, that was a quick interview.
Yeah.
How are you? Are you good? Are you well? Are you enjoying the World Cup?
Yes, I'm amazing. I just came from my set, so I was at the game, and then I played a show here, and I just arrived in my hotel to meet you guys.
Well, we're very excited about it. We're told we've got you for the next hour and a half. Is that okay? Chance will be a fine thing. Right, tell us, before we talk football, tell us about your song. You've been hit songs at, 2 World Cups now. What inspired you to make this one?
I really love Zombie Nation Stadium remix, and I want something was like more that vibe, because I feel like all songs are most, like very like pop commercial, and I really like the old vibe when the song was like chanting song. I love the chanting songs.
How important is music, and how much is it important that it's connected with sport as well? Because a lot of your songs have had a lot of support from David Guetta. Is that right?
Yes, I got David Guetta, Nicole Mudaber, Rehab, Alok. Alok was playing all my songs. Nicole Mudaber opened her show with my song.
Amazing.
So it was like big support, yeah.
Are you enjoying the World Cup then at the moment? How many games have you been to?
It's my second game. I came only for Croatian games because now I'm on my DJ tour, my first big US tour. So I didn't have time to visit other games, but I'm visiting Croatian games, and this is my 4th World Cup.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about Croatia. And how far can they go in this tournament then?
I mean, if someone knows, that's you guys.
Well, we do, but we didn't.
Thank you very much.
We didn't want to let you down and say not very far.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we didn't show until now this World Cup. We didn't show much. I agree with that, but we can surprise. With us, it's always tough. It's the penalties. You know how we go. So everything can happen with us.
Who's more popular back home? Is it you or Luka Modric?
I think it's Luka, of course, but many people who didn't know about Croatia support Croatia because of me, which is the biggest compliment I can ever get, you know. So I'm happy for that.
Ivana, how much have you enjoyed the rise? Because, you know, since 2018 World Cup, where I remember seeing you, and then the World Cup in Qatar as well, where you became very, very famous, and now it's getting bigger and bigger for you.
Yes, I mean it's my routine already. I'm how many? 16 years. Yeah, 4 World Cup is 16
Amazing.
years. So yeah. In Brazil, I was very, very young. In Russia, was special because we came to the finals, and I was already getting viral on the first game. Then in Qatar, I really explode worldwide, which I never expect. And now it's here in the country where I live. So I moved to Miami 4 years ago. And yeah, it's amazing.
I'm sure you saw it. There was a clip of you not too long ago at one of the F1 races. Are you aware of what I'm talking about?
Yes.
where the cameraman was focusing on the presenter, and then you walked past, and he completely lost focus on them and just carried on you. After something, I mean, that went viral over here. Millions upon millions of people saw that. After something like that happens, does it go a little bit nuts for you?
I mean, yes, I got many inquiries for DJing on those events and brand deals and everything. So yeah, it's always good to get viral. I think I'm the most spontaneous, most viral girl ever. You know, like I didn't even plan to go that Friday. I was like, my videographer canceled on me, and I was like, let me just go to see a little walk, grab my passes. And yeah, I basically was there 1 hour and it happened, you know. So, and it was Sky Sport UK, right? You guys.
Yes.
Yeah. You're always supporting me.
Always.
It's very lucky we didn't bump into each other, because I had exactly the same outfit on.
Ivana, we saw the video for the new song, We Are the People.
You like that, Gabs?
Yeah, very good video. Some great goals there you scored.
Yes,
could you sing a bit of the song for us? Is that possible?
I'm really bad singer. Can we skip that?
Okay, whose idea?
I wish, but I'm really bad.
That's fine. Whose idea was the video? Because in it you're scoring lots of goals. Whose idea was that?
Mine idea. So I pick my favorite goals and we make it as me, you know. So it was my idea.
You look good.
You look fantastic.
Who are your favourite players then at the World Cup? Who do you enjoy watching?
But honestly, personally, who I met and I think is the only player who I really like as a person is Haaland.
Oh.
Is who, sorry?
Yeah. Haaland.
Erling.
Oh, Erling. Oh, you've met Erling Haaland, have you? He's a big lad, right?
What?
He's very tall. He's a big guy.
Yeah, we have a photo together and I'm small next to him and I'm 180.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And who else? Who else have you caught up with? Because obviously at the World Cup, so many famous people are there.
Yeah, I mean, I know a couple of players as a friends. You know, I know Vinicius. I know I met Haaland. I know Rafa Leao. They're all nice guys, you know. So I cannot say anything. But my most impression was with Haaland and his friends. So I think that they are very nice people.
Okay. You know Gabby's an ex-footballer. Did you know that? I know he doesn't look it.
Ivana.
But guys, I don't like football players. So that's not my style for dating. So anyway.
Okay.
Now, Ivana, we're big fans of the new song. We love the video as well. And keep up the good work. Good luck to Croatia as well.
When are you coming over to England?
Yeah, I should guys come. I have so many people there. Like yes. I definitely come.
Oh, she's frozen.
And visit you guys in the studio, okay?
Yes,
100%.
We would love to have you in the studio. Would that be okay?
Yes, I'm coming.
Okay,
yes.
Even if I'm on holiday, I'm coming back for that one.
Deal. We will schedule that.
100%. How lovely speaking to you. Good
Thank you, Ivana.
See you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Good luck. Thank you.
There you go. The wonderful Croatian DJ. Over 3 million followers worldwide.
Isn't it?
Noldo.
The fame, though. The fame.
You enjoyed that?
Definitely from Qatar World Cup.
I wondered why when you came in you had a dinner suit on. Was it for that? It's a bit hot for that.
Listen, yeah, it's great.
Now you've spoken to, you happy?
You know it is as well. Like we got to give the guys behind the camera there like Mate, some great guests to get on.
Yeah.
Been
What, you called it music, though? That surprised me. Early on, you called it music.
Music?
Didn't you? Did you call it music?
Guy.
Your music's very good. I bet it's music. Still to come on The Breakfast Show.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Yeah, lots of music coming up. In half an hour, we'll be joined by Luton manager, former Arsenal midfielder, the legend that is Jack Wilshere. Before Rangers keeper in 2018, England squad member Jack Butland will be on our show as well, and Piers Morgan. A busy, 2 hours, 15 minutes still to go. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins. More music on the way, 7:46.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Steve Clark's taken a bit of heat since the Morocco game, Alan, because, there was a feeling that Shankland, who is a natural finisher, maybe should have been on the pitch, never got a chance.
Well, I was going to come to that, guys, because this Brazil game, what does he do? Does he sit back, and if we get beat 1-0, it's probably enough to qualify, which is remarkable, which is brilliant? Or does he have a go and say, look, let's push them back, let's try and get at them? Now, who do you play up front? Do you play Shea Adams again, who's more mobile than Shankland? Shankland is the best finisher Scotland have got in the squad. He's a McCoy's job. You know, he can finish, make no mistake. So he'll be kicking Steve Clark saying, you got to play me. You got to play me. I'm in great form. So it's an interesting one. But whoever plays there, as I say, guys, I think John McGinn's the one who's got to try and spark off him when the ball goes forward. We've got to retain some sort of possession, or we're going to be under so much pressure. And down that left-hand side, Vinicius Jr., that's the side that really worries me for Scotland. We've got to block that off. But in saying that, look, as long as we defend better, give no stupid goals away. In fact, the goal against Morocco, that was a great finish. I'm not going to whinge and say, how can you lose a goal that early? It was a great finish. It was an offside decision. He pushed up when he shouldn't have done, and we got punished. After that, second half, we were great. I thought Christie come on and done well. And I thought the boy from Norwich done well. Kenny McLean, he come on and done well. So it's going to be an intriguing one. It's going to be, all eyes will be on the coach to see what he does and how he plays and what formation he plays.
Another one is Gannon Doak, who's very popular with the fans. But you talk about Vinny Jr., maybe one way...
He looked good when he came.
Yeah.
In both games he's looked good.
But he's great going forward, isn't he? Well, maybe you've got to do a defensive job first, and if you need to be chasing it, that's when you bring...
Hello, I'm Matt Fordham from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Morning, everyone. 7:50. This is the Breakfast Show. Me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. I don't know why you're watching a video still. Why are you still watching a video?
Putting my PFA card away.
When I said you used to be an ex-footballer, she was like, "Oh, it's not." Maybe she's into like presenters with wonderful hair.
Yes, like yourself.
Maybe that.
No,
I didn't mean me, but now you've said that.
It was a great interview, though. Yep.
Yeah, I'll be putting that on my CV. That one.
Yes.
Colombia beat DR Congo to secure their place in the World Cup knockout stage. In case you're waking up going, what happened last night? French coach Didier Deschamps will miss his side's final World Cup group game following, of course, the death of his mother. The French Football Federation have confirmed that. And England were left with more questions than answers after last night's 0-0 draw with Ghana. One of those questions was regarding England's left-hand side, and the boys on the sports bar, well, they well and truly got stuck into that one last night.
Listen, he's a good player, Gordon. I'm not trying to dig him out here, but Rashford's a better player.
Rashford would have done no more than Gordon.
I disagree.
No, and I tell you
Rashford, come on in 10 minutes, made 3 things happen.
The game had changed. The way the structure of the game had changed. It's easy to come off the bench and make a difference.
You say that, Joe. You say that all the time, and I get it. And I hear you. Of course, the game will open up, whatever, tired legs, all that. Yes, I understand. Rashford is a better player than Anthony Gordon.
I agree with you.
Rashford will run you down the channel. And Rashford will come inside.
How's he going to do that against 3 players?
Oh, it weren't every time, Jay. It weren't every time. Anthony Gordon got the ball in the first half, and he giving it away. He was giving it away.
Jay, I'm telling you now that Rashford would have a similar game to Gordon.
Calm down, lads.
Rashford is a better player than Gordon.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Everyone agrees that. For more Sports Bar madness, don't forget to check out the boys on their podcast, Sports Bar Encouraging Signs. Now, one of the most controversial parts of England's 0-0 draw last night was the hydration break, which came just moments after a stoppage for an injury. Oh, and of course it was pouring down with rain. Max Scott has more on this. He's back with us in the studio. I'm getting bored, Scotty, of talking about these hydration breaks. They're part of the World Cup. It's all done for advertising revenue. Everyone needs to stop talking about it and just get on with it.
I disagree, because if we stop talking about it, then essentially FIFA go unchecked and they'll bring it into every major tournament that they possibly can. It'll start seeping its way into other domestic leagues, let's say starting in America, because we know how close they are with Infantino. And then all these...
It won't come into European football.
Well, it probably won't, but that's not the point. The point is a point of principle that fans go to these games, pay inordinate amounts of money, saving money.
You say, I was thinking about this last night, right? After 24 minutes, I wanted a little whiskey. And I thought, I wish there needs, this is true, I wish there needs to be a little stopping. My wife was watching the game.
You could have gone and injury break.
No, but I knew the hydration was coming up. So I said to my missus, little rosé? And she was like, yeah, okay. I said, I'm just going to have a little whiskey. Hydration, 24 minutes on the clock, whatever it is. Got up, went into the kitchen, come back, didn't miss a thing. Play started again, perfect. Whiskey break. Think of it, a toilet break.
No,
brilliant.
Well, that's clever from you. To be able to put a positive spin on it.
Thank you.
But for football fans that are watching it on the telly and they don't have a whiskey to get at that time, or for the football fans that have paid to go to America and are seeing the game become a 4-quarter sport. You can understand why there's frustration. And some numbers have come out that I just want to share. According to the Wall Street Journal, Fox, the American television broadcaster, are charging brands $200,000 for a 30-second commercial during hydration breaks, rising to $750,000 when the US are playing.
Don't we like Fox? I think we like Fox, don't we? We're owned by Fox, aren't we? We like Fox. That's good. More money for Fox is what I say. But you've done your own work there, have you?
When FIFA tells us that it's about player safety, do you believe them, Gabs?
No, listen, I don't like them. As a player, I'd hate them, because you do stiffen up as a player when you're not moving for 2-3 minutes. And also, even yesterday, I'm watching the game and I'm like, I want to go to bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's you on the breakfast show.
No, I know, but a lot of people are like, time is money. They don't want to be sitting there for a break here, and it's 6 minutes added time for the first half. It's 7 minutes added time for the second half. Everything
you say, you're right, but it's staying for this World Cup.
Of course it is, because Infantino does what he wants, and no one can challenge him.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
But still, when you see people moaning about it everywhere, like Max says, then maybe it will have a little...
It won't happen in European football.
I hope not.
What about the World Cup that's 2/3 in Europe? Spain, Portugal and Morocco.
Yeah, probably happen for that.
Saudi Arabia 2034 likely will be a winter World Cup though, so it'll be cooler there.
This one's every 4 years, right?
But it ruins the game. It ruins the spectacle.
I wouldn't say it ruins it. It just stops it. Annoying. It's an annoyance. It doesn't ruin it.
Also, what it does as well is, if you're playing really well until that break.
That's right. It stops
You
the
don't
flow.
want that break to come.
Yeah.
You're at it. They can't get out.
Everything you're saying-
That break will help the team that's under.
Everything you're saying is right, but
And if you're struggling in a game, you're like, okay, the
And then
break's in 22 minutes. Okay, perfect. And regroup and go over to the gaffer, get the instructions you need. So I don't
in a game like last night, where it's so bitty, maybe England would have benefited not from having that pause and them having a tactical timeout, which is essentially what it is. You could see Declan Rice roll his eyes as soon as the
Let me ask you this, right? Let's just say we get to like the quarterfinals when playing Brazil in Miami, right? And on 74 minutes, whatever it's 75 minutes, we're a dog with fleas, we're terrible. And then we have the little break, and Thomas Tuchel goes up to Marcus Rashford and goes, listen, you need to do this, you need to go to Declan, you're playing too deep, you need to Harry. And then we go on last 15 minutes of the game, boom, we win it 1-0 because of that.
But he can do. He's a world-class manager. He can do that anyway. This is brand new for managers. Managers have been relying on their own communication from the sideline to make changes in games. I don't think we should be relying on Thomas Tuchel to have a 3-minute timeout.
I just don't like the game being changed.
No, I 100% agree with that. It's not broken, don't.
Yeah, the Americans want to change it to
I agree.
4 quarters. Like, leave it alone. It's fine as it is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, you don't agree though, because you just.
No, I agree with everything you're
sticking
saying.
up for Infantino.
I'm not sticking up for
Are
it.
you on the payroll as well?
I am.
Got a gig?
Yeah, I've got a gig. Yeah, I've got a new song coming out.
Oh, you go, man.
I've got music.
You are going to New York, aren't you? Is that a FIFA job or?
No, talkSPORT.
Okay.
I'm working. Drive time.
We'll check Max if he's got any FIFA gigs coming
You
up.
didn't get the invite?
No, mate.
Okay. That's probably why you're bitter.
No.
That's probably why you're
Sell my
bitter.
visa.
We've got our own hydration break coming up now because we're halfway through this show.
No, we don't need one.
We've got to go. Let's
don't need one, no.
It was just a clever way of me saying, Max,
Because you
get out.
took the last interview on too long.
Oh, did I?
3 minutes too long.
Yeah. Would have been longer if she liked footballers. Max, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming out. What are you going to do now? Listen to music outside with
There's a
Gabby?
great song to listen to, mate. It's called We Are the People.
Yeah.
The video's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the music video. 7:57, everyone. More from me and Gabby after this. Lots has been made about the fitness or lack of for Declan Rice. He came off during the win over Croatia. He's played 63 matches this season and admitted that he's been nursing a hammy for the last 6 months. England legend Stuart Pearce, who coached Rice at West Ham, discussed Rice's fitness and his role at the World Cup.
It's a great challenge for him. You know, he's a team player, always has been magnificent as a team player. You take him off, he's not going into himself and sulking, you know. He'll see the greater good and the reasoning behind it. And if he's got anything about him that I think he has, when he's had bad moments at West Ham, when he was on his ascendancy, he'll embrace them and make him a better player.
For more reaction from Stuart Pearce, you can check out the World Cup Daily Podcast. Who play? I don't have a problem if Rice is injured tomorrow. Even if he's got a little niggle, I would not play him. That's why we've got a squad, right? Of
course.
Who'd you bring in? Is it Henderson? What do you do?
You could bring Henderson, or you could just play Bellingham next to Anderson and Rodgers as a 10.
Yeah.
I'm not being, no offence to Ghana, some very good players.
I totally agree. How
watching
strong is
Ghana
that?
in their first game, they're nothing to worry about. And that's just being as respectful as I can be about the Ghana side. We should not be playing anybody who's got a niggle. If it's Saka, if it's Rice, we've got the squad of players.
Even Kane in these games.
Yeah, okay, Watkins, you're in. Because every other team's doing it.
Yeah.
Look at Neymar, he's gone. He's not ready. Okay, wait till you're ready. Rafinha, he's now out to the latter stages. They're keeping him there to see if he's ready for the late stages of the tournament. Lamine Yamal come off because I played longer. You've had a niggle before the tournament. Let's take you off. It's all about managing the squad in a World Cup that's so long.
You could probably draw a photo of the modern FIFA World Cup trophy with your eyes closed. But what about the original Jules Rimet trophy? And why was it changed in the first place? And is the trophy that gets lifted by the winning team after the World Cup final the original or the replica? The World Cup trophy hasn't always looked like this. It actually used to resemble this. Originally called Victory or Coupe du Monde, it was designed by French sculptor Agbonlahor and debuted at the first ever World Cup in 1930. It depicted the Greek goddess of victory, Nike, holding an octagonal cup made of gold-plated sterling silver. It had a lapis lazuli base, which is that deep blue gemstone at the bottom. Renamed in 1946 to honour the FIFA president who launched the World Cup, it became then the Jules Rimet Trophy. It went on several adventures during its life, hidden in a shoebox during the Second World War to prevent theft from the Nazis, to famously being stolen in 1966 in England, only to be found by Pickles the dog. Brazil won the right to keep the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently in 1970 after winning it 3 times. There'd be more drama, though, with the trophy again stolen in 1983 in Rio de Janeiro. It's believed to have been melted down. So back to 1970 and the creation of the current and iconic 18-carat gold trophy. Standing at 36.8 centimetres tall with a base made up of 2 layers of green malachite, it's been the World Cup as we know it since the 1974 tournament. But is that the trophy that the winners get to keep? The answer is no. The original gold trophy remains with FIFA and is only displayed at special events. World Cup winners have to settle for a bronze gold-plated replica. The base of the current original has enough space to engrave the names of the winners up to and including the 2038 World Cup. So could we therefore be in for a new trophy in the coming years?
Good morning, everyone. It's 3 minutes past 8. You're waking up to the World Cup Breakfast Show on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, music lover Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark by Used Kind of Upgrade event. Get 2 years free servicing plus a chance to win the cost of it back this June. Loads and loads to come for you this morning. Can Scotland make history against 5-time winners Brazil and reach their first ever major tournament knockout round? We'll put that question to former Tartan Army forward Kevin Gallagher and a man who scored against Brazil, actually, at France 98. Of course, yeah, John Collins is on our show. We'll also speak live to Rangers ex-England goalkeeper Jack Butland. He'll, of course, have a new manager next season in Derek McInnes. We'll talk to him about that. Plus, Cristiano Ronaldo is back, sort of. 2 goals against Uzbekistan yesterday to join the star-studded Golden Boot race. Pope race, I was going to say. His biggest fan, Piers Morgan, joins us a bit later on. Now, though, work to do for England in Group L after last night's snooze fest in Boston.
It's a point for Ghana. They're celebrating like they've won as well. They might. They've held England in the World Cup, a 4th successive tournament where they got off to a winning start, but then get hit by some sloppy seconds. England 0. Ghana 0.
What a load of rubbish that was. I mean, you get your hopes up every single time with England when you've had such a great second half performance against Croatia. The connection between the players and the fans at the end of that game, and all those fans make their way here, having spent a fortune, and they have to witness that.
Yeah, obviously we want to win these games. We expect to win these games, but we're kind of coming up against a good team, well structured, really dangerous on the counter attack.
Couldn't convert today to make it our match. We will learn from it.
Second game fever, the same as always with us. It feels like, I think, in all the tournaments I've been to, it's been the same. A decent performance to start and a good win, and then just the second one frustrated a little bit.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham speaking at the end there. He's not wrong about that second game syndrome. 2020 at the Euros 0-0 with Scotland, the second one. World Cup 2022, second game, England 0-0, USA. and at the last Euros 1-1 against Denmark. Maybe there's a theme, maybe there isn't. Join us now for more last night's board draw. His former Arsenal, West Ham, England midfielder, now of course trophy-winning Luton Town gaffer. We know him simply as the legend that is Jack Wilshere. Jack, good morning to you.
Morning, Jack.
Morning, Gabby. Morning, Andy. How are you?
I'm good, man. Very well.
Good,
Thanks
mate.
for coming on. You all right? You looking well? Everything all right in the Wilshere household?
Yeah, all is good, mate.
Good.
All is good. Need a bit of a shave. There's a bit of grey going on.
I like that.
Getting like you.
I like that look, man. You look mature beyond your years.
I look old, you're saying, basically.
Good for a manager. Right, let's talk about the England team last night. They didn't look old, but they looked very dull, nothing inspiring.
You're so negative. So negative.
Okay. Well, that's a good way to start the conversation. Show me the benefits that I should take from last night's performance, Jack.
Well, I don't think... Look, credit goes to Ghana, first of all, because they were outstanding defensively. And that is hard. That's hard, like, to play against a team that put so many behind the ball. Yes, we could have done it better at times, I thought. But also, you start then risking the ball a lot. And you saw the threat they had on counter-attack. So, yeah, difficult night for England. But listen, I think we had about 600 passes, 19 shots. But that's who we want to be. We want to be a team that can do that can dominate the ball. And we probably haven't done that well enough in previous tournaments. However, there still has to, I get it, there has to be a purpose and there has to be... But, like sometimes like that, the ball falls to Harry Kane, you expect him to put that in at the end and we win 1-0 and we go and we take the 3 points and no one says anything. But, yeah, tough, but positives as well.
Jack, you're a coach now, doing very well in your coaching career, manager. Do you look at that second half and say to yourself, could he have brought off either Anderson and Rice and then put on Rodgers and you play with 2 10s in front of one sitter or another striker, Ollie Watkins on? Would you change anything formation-wise?
Yeah, I think, good question, Gabby. I think you could see he tried to do that with Dek, right? Dek was playing a little bit higher than Anderson. However, like Dek's got many strengths and against teams that open up and leave a little bit more space in behind, Dek probably can do that role and he stretches the back line. And yeah, I was looking at it in the second half thinking, if you take off Anderson, you probably lose them passes through the lines, his range of passing. But if you take off Dek, you then probably lose the ability to stop them on counter-attack. So, yeah, it was one of them where I think he could have done it. I think he probably chose Anderson in the end because Dek gives you so much physically on counter-attacks. But yeah, I think Rodgers probably a little bit earlier, somewhat a natural 10, someone can get on the ball. I think sometimes as well you need midfielders against an opposition like that that can dribble against someone, like get someone to jump out.
Like yourself,
so, yeah,
mate.
Maybe. Foden.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you about that, Jack, right? Because when the squad was announced, I didn't want to be one of these England fans that moans about the players that were missing. I thought I've done that every time there's been a squad for a big tournament, be it the Euros or the World Cup. And I thought, I'm going to back the manager, right? And then I'm looking at that performance last night. I don't think Jed Spence is better than Luke Shaw. I don't think from a game last night, we're crying out for a bit of creativity. I don't think that Reece James was a better option than Trent. I think the game was crying out for Cole Palmer. I'm not a fan of Noni Madueke. I think Anthony Gordon was terrible on the left. I would have started Rashford. I just thought there were loads of holes in that England team that didn't need to be there.
Yeah, I think, listen, it's never going to be perfect, right? And there'll always be this case that comes up when something happens where we don't quite like it. And then we'll say, well, we could have had him, we could have had him. And yeah, the manager's job is to pick that squad. However, I agree, Andy, with some of the things you said. I always think against like a low block, back 5 or back 4 that make it difficult to just sit in. You want natural width. You want a left back with who's left-footed who can get on the overlap. Reece James is probably more comfortable, like tucking in a little bit and being sort of that deep line midfielder. And yeah, that works when opposition want to jump out and be aggressive, but Ghana didn't. So yeah, maybe Trent's ability to put the ball in the box, a few times in the first half, and not like him really. Reece James, he does have quality to put the ball in the box, but he missed his cross a little bit. I thought Anthony Gordon was quiet, and again against a low block to have inverted wingers, it's difficult. You need someone overlapping them. You need someone to give you that natural width, and we didn't quite have that.
You would have played with Rashford and against him, Jack. Why isn't he starting? Why is he getting brought on 83rd minute? Because I like Gordon, but Rashford is in a different league for me.
Yeah, I think with wingers, right? Wingers I always think is such a difficult position because one game you can be the best player and then another game it don't quite work out for you. You miss 1v1, you lose the ball a couple of times because they take so many risks. You want your wingers to take risks. And I feel like I agree with you, Gabby. I feel like Rashford has spent a year at Barcelona where, their wingers over the years and the way they coach them and the detail they give them, like they're top level. And I think he's had a top season. I think, he's probably one we might see in the next game. I think 83rd minute was probably too late for him. Like, again, someone who dribbles, he gets at players. Andy Gordon can do that, but I feel like if you can see that it's not working, like change the wingers. That's one thing that you can do, and it's relatively risk-free in terms of like avoiding transition and stuff, and probably waited too long for that.
Jack, what type of England fan are you? Having played, of course, at the highest level for England, when you watch us at major tournaments, are you like me and most fans where 1 minute you think we're going to win the World Cup, and the next you think the manager should get the sack?
No. You know what? I'll be honest. Gareth Southgate left me out of 2018. So when he was in charge, of course I wanted England to win, but there was always that little bit of anger in me. So this is actually probably the first one where I'm like a proper fan. And no, I think, I was talking to someone last night and they were asking me who do you think's favourites, and I don't think like right now, like it doesn't really matter who's doing well, who's not doing well. I think Argentina lost their first game when they won it last time, and this tournament's a little bit longer as well. So, don't know. I'm relaxed, maybe a little bit too relaxed, and I think we will come good. But we got a game on Saturday where like we can play probably to 80% of what we can do and win the game. So yeah, we need to build our momentum, and I still think we'll be there. I do.
Yeah. Jack, I don't know if you've seen the clips of Thomas Tuchel shouting at Jed Spencer and shouting at Gordon. Yeah. Would you do that in your style of management? And what did you think of it?
Yeah, I think it's quite normal now, Gabby. I think, like people, when we were growing up, we used to get screamed at.
Yeah.
Screamed at, and we just took it, and it's kind of gone now through that sort of period of coaching where it was a little bit more arm round.
I wanted to play the opposite side. I did to Martin O'Neill. I want honestly the opposite side of the pitch.
Yeah, and I think it's very individual. Like, I think the players that you can do that to.
Yeah.
I think the players that don't need it and know when they're probably not doing what they should be doing. But I saw the clip from training as well where Tuchel was shouting "Wake up" to Jed, and I saw also then Jed's comments, and he's like, "Yeah, it's normal. He's a top coach. He demands a lot." So, yeah, I think he'll know the ones. Like, you probably won't see him doing that to Harry Kane because Harry Kane knows, and probably the same with Dec. But there are certain players that they can switch off. They can lose focus a little bit, and like that's him trying to help Jed. So I don't see a problem with it.
Jack, before I let you go, away from England, your old teammate Aaron Ramsey has become the new manager at Oxford United. Have you spoken to him in and around that decision-making process? And do you think he's got the abilities to be a top manager?
Oh yeah, he definitely has. He was. You could see that from his playing days. He was a quiet guy who kind of went about his business, was very professional with how he prepared. And yeah, I haven't spoke to him. Probably the last time I spoke to him was he was Cardiff interim, I was Norwich interim, and we played against each other. And yeah, I spoke to him after that, and I knew that his ambition was to go on and be a coach. And good luck to him. I'm happy for him because League One is a bit mad, and to take your first step in at that level, not every ex-player wants to do that. You have to graft, you have to really love it, and he's taken that step. So yeah, good luck to him. Not too much luck because we want to finish above them, and they'll be good next year. But yeah, no, I'm happy for him.
Okay,
Jack, you played against Lionel Messi. I've got to ask you about him and what he's doing at such an age of 38, nearly 39. Was he 39?
39 today, I think.
Today,
yeah, Gabby, like, it's a joy to watch. It's a joy, for us football people, not like Andy, but for us football people who really understand it. Like, it's just an act. Like I was sat there the other day with my son, just watching it. He's 6, and just the way he glides around the pitch, and I think he's got a good structure around him with Argentina, and that helps him definitely. But like when they win the ball back and he just drops into space and he can get on the half turn or he can play off one touch, I think his football. Listen, Ronaldo is amazing, and for me, probably the best player in the world. But Messi doesn't come into that because, in my opinion, he plays a different sport. He's 2-3 seconds ahead of everyone. How he looks after him, you look at Ronaldo and you go, yeah, okay, like he's a machine. But you look at Messi, he's like probably smaller than me, which I know Andy is quite hard. But yeah, he just I love watching him go. I could watch him all day.
Jack, we could listen to you all day. Thanks.
Yes.
Even your kind remarks at the end, I appreciate that. I'm guessing you've got the day off school because of the heat, right?
I'm about to go in and to work. I even delayed work for you. I delayed.
Oh, that's nice.
Trying to get some players in just for you, mate.
That's pretty cool. Are you about next week? I was thinking of a bit of golf next week. Are you playing? Because obviously I'm on breakfast next week, so I'm done by 10.
It's my last week before we start pre-season. We start pre-season on Thursday. So if it's before then,
All right.
I'm in.
We'll do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. We'll work out a day.
Andy,
Are you
he's got
still
a job.
Bandit?
Come on.
What were you saying?
He's got a job.
I know, but you just said don't start till Thursday.
No.
I'm playing off 17.3 at the moment.
Okay, we've improved a bit.
What are you playing off?
Well, mine says I'm playing off 14, but as you know, if you play off 14, it could be easily 18.
Yeah, and it's easier for you because the gap between
There you go.
your where you hold the golf club and actually the ball is so small, that gap. It's like you got a matchstick. Jack, I love you. I genuinely appreciate you coming on. Yes. I know loads of people when you're on their show. It's very kind of you to come on. And I'll give you a text and we'll play next week, Jack.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, man. There you go. What a superstar he is.
What a player he was as well.
What a player.
Oh.
Remember that game? Was it Barcelona he
Yes.
played where he absolutely smashed it to pieces?
Yes.
Only a teenager.
I played against him when he played for Bolton.
Yeah.
On loan at Bolton
still at it.
As a kid before.
Oh, I see, before then.
Yeah. And everyone was trying to kick him, couldn't get near him.
No. Wonderful player. Don't forget, for more England reaction, you can check out the World Cup Daily podcast and brilliant insight from Stuart Pearson, Brighton boss Fabian Hertzler in particular. Coming up, we'll carry on focusing on England and find out what you, the fans, think. Oh, good. Okay, we can speak to you lot. 03717 223344. Dial that number. You'll be next having your say all things England. After this, it's 8:18.
Tell me a little bit more about training though, because you know we're not privy to that much, open training. We got 15 minutes yesterday at very close quarters. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Because there was a moment where Thomas was walking around. He's a meticulous planner. He demands standards, and he said, "Jed, do better."
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah, I think this is normal. He's a great manager, and he wants the best from his players. And, he demands high standards. And, for this tournament, we need to be ready. We need to be on it. So I think every session needs to be of the highest quality. And that's what he demands. And it's good.
When you hear that, and obviously you're in front of all of us as well, what does it make you immediately do? Oh, God, I didn't think I was on it. What's the feeling?
No feeling, really. I wouldn't be the only one he says it to. It's everyone else, So it's no feeling. It's just a part of the game. If he needs me to do whatever, I'll do it. So it's not. It's just part of the game, really.
And what is he like behind the scenes? And what's he like as a manager?
I think he's a great manager. He's a great guy. Very, very detailed in what he wants to do, and I think the boys really love him and have a great respect for him.
And where does that come from? Because, we watch him on the training pitch. I get to speak to him regularly, and he loves you all as players. There's something in that, isn't there, of what he gives you and then what you give him back.
Give back. Yeah, I think it's like what he always says. We're building a family here, and we've built a family, and we built a brotherhood within the team, and everyone's all got one dream, one brain. So, yeah, I think if everyone's on the same path, we can do special things, and I think he's built that environment in the squad.
Hello, I'm Matt Fordham from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Morning, everyone. 22 minutes past 8. It's the World Cup breakfast show. Me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. Let's jump straight into the phone line, shall we? See what you, the football fan, want to say. Alfred joins us. Alfred, good morning.
Morning, Alfie.
Good morning, Agbonlahor and Andy Goldstein.
How are you, man?
Please call me Gabby, please.
Gabby, all right.
Thank you, boss.
What would you like to say?
Oga, I hear you. I just want to talk about the game yesterday. How Ghana, we were able to get that point, and we deserve all the credit. And you guys saying England were poor. We made them poor.
Yep.
Yeah, we made them poor. And Gabby, how do you feel Nigeria is not there now? You've run to England.
I'm a Ghana fan now, Alfred. I'm Ghanaian now. We're brothers.
All right, I'll get you Ghana passport. Don't worry.
Exactly. They defended very well, though, didn't they, Alfred? I mean, we've seen it from a lot of teams in this tournament. They defended for their lives. I was impressed with number 18, Opoku. I thought he was brilliant as well.
Opoku, yeah, he did well. And I think we should kick on from here because if you watch our game against Panama, the second half, our performance there, I took some positive from it that going into the England game, we're going to have that belief that we can get something from the England game. And that was exactly what the boys did.
Alfred, what about right at the end? Should it have been a penalty?
Yeah, it should have been a penalty.
Yeah,
England were lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how it was.
Yeah.
Listen, thanks.
Anyway, I just want to say happy birthday to the greatest player of all time, Lionel Messi. Today he turns 39 years. I just want to say happy birthday to Lionel Messi.
Yes, I agree. Happy birthday.
We know he
Lionel.
listens, so that's very kind
And
of
a
you.
big shout out to our goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare. He was super. I think he should have been man of the match. I don't know why they gave it to
Bellingham.
Jude.
No idea. No
Agreed,
idea.
Alfred.
Totally agree. Alfred, have a lovely
Good
day.
man.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man.
What a caller.
Great caller.
I like that.
You're going to get that passport? You take his number?
I'd love to, mate.
I'm sure you would. Right, let's get the latest odds with Coral and Dave Stevens.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here to reward the fans this summer. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Steve-O, good morning to you.
Morning, Steve-O.
Gents, good morning. Imagine how nice the world would be if everyone was polite as Alfred there.
I know, what a lovely guy.
What a lovely guy. And also deals in Ghanaian passports, which is quite handy as well. So.
Nice to get another one.
Yeah, he's collected them.
You just touched on it there. How did Ghana not get a penalty?
I know.
It could have been so much worse for England. But Andy, Gab, we've all seen these performances from England. I mean, you've described it as guff, Andy. I think that sums it up. But with England chuck one of those in every major tournament, don't they? And look, credit to Ghana, because they did defend really well, particularly in the fullback positions. What does it all mean? It means England, who were as short as 5-1 to win the World Cup after the euphoria of the Croatia win, are now out to 6-1. Same price as Argentina, who I have to say I've early days, obviously, but I have been impressed by Argentina. France and Spain, first and second favourites. And a similar story, top goal scorer Harry Kane, having seen all his rivals, Mbappe, Messi, Haaland, Ronaldo, all score. And obviously Harry drew a blank. He's out to 7-1. So, look, we're still going to win the group. We're going to beat Panama. We're going to be in the knockout stage, but we can't afford another stinker like that.
No, that'll be the one and only stinker. Fingers crossed. Right, lots of live football happening on talkSPORT tonight. Let's start with the biggest one. Brazil take on Scotland.
Yeah. Scotland 15-2, 7.5-1. So a big price, no surprise. Brazil 11-4 on. The draw would be an amazing result for Scotland, Gab, wouldn't it? 4-1. What are you thinking, Gab? Are you cheering Scotland here?
Oh, of course, 100%. But I just look at Brazil. I feel that they'll have too much. And what tactics will Scotland have, Steve? Will they go like Morocco and with a 5? Will they put McTominay as a 10? I think it all depends on how they line up. But I'd fancy Brazil to win, but not by a lot. Andy thinks 4, don't you? But I think Brazil maybe 2-0.
Do you? I mean, 2-0, 9-2 is the shortest priced outcome. 2-0 Brazil, that is, I should say. 4-0 Brazil is 11-1. Vinicius Junior, how do they keep him quiet? He's 13-10 to score any time. But again, look, it's going to be an anxious wait for Scotland fans if they lose this tonight to see how the other groups pan out. But look, they're in there with a chance, aren't they? Morocco, Haiti. Morocco 5-1 on to beat Haiti. 12-1 there, a big price. Any of the other games particularly stand out to you, Gab? Switzerland, Canada might be half decent.
Yeah, I think Canada are getting better every game. I watched their first 2 games. First game, they're okay. Second game, done very well. And Switzerland, tournament after tournament, don't they? They always turn up, and they've got a good squad of players as well. Xhaka scoring goals in the World Cup again.
Yeah, I mean, 21-10, just over 2-1 the draw in that. Can you see Canada having enough for a draw?
2-2 draw, definitely.
Jonathan David, he's been in great form. Bosnia, Qatar, Bosnia 2-5 to beat a Qatar side. That how they got a point against Switzerland, I don't know. Obviously, Canada battered them there 6-1. And then later on, obviously, South Africa, South Korea, 4-1 South Africa, 4-6 South Korea. Czech Republic 27-10 to beat Mexico. I mean, who are odds on? I mean, those later games, Andy, I think we put them in the testing category.
Yeah.
If you're a fan in this country, getting up to watch them.
I'll put them on my Sky Planner, so if I can't sleep, I'll watch one of those. Dave, before I let you go, just going back to the Scotland game, what odds are they to qualify for the knockout stages?
Oh, Scotland to qualify, they are still odds on, so they're 2-5. So 2-5, it's still, you know, it's still positive. Because I say there are plenty of teams that have lost their first 2 games that are already, you know, and then, it's better to say it's going to be an anxious wait the way this tournament pans out, obviously. But do you want them to go through, Andy?
No.
I don't do that. Don't be like.
Okay, my answer's simple. I want them to go through as much as they want us to go through.
No, that's fair, isn't it?
I think that's a great answer.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't like that, mate.
Why? Do you want to?
You know, I've got Scottish in me.
Mate, you've got more or less that.
I've got Ghanaian, Nigeria, Scotland, England.
Right. You could do the Eurovision Song Contest in your front room. Dave, that's all we got time for, my friend. Thanks so much for coming on. We'll speak to you a bit later on.
Cheers, fellas.
Thanks, mate. There you go. Look at the latest odds with Coral 18 plus gambleware.org. Coming up, we'll turn our attention further to Scotland, of course. Can they make a bit of history? We'll discuss that next. It's 8:29.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here to reward the fans this summer. 18 plus gambleware.org.
Probably there's a deeper thing here, which is we're so used to talking about starting 11s and who starts, right? And in tournament football, really what you should be talking about is who's going to finish. Who's going to finish those games. I really like how the whole squad now walks out for the national anthem, because I think now more than ever in modern football, it seems to be a squad game. Like if you look at Arsenal's Champions League final, for example, I think 3 of their first 5 penalty takers that they had marked down weren't on the pitch at the end of the game. So really, I don't really think so much about starting 11s anymore. You think about the whole squad and who can make an impact. And I think Rashford just looked great when he came on. Elliot Anderson really impressed me as well, actually. I thought he just looked so composed, so together. Gay was a shock. I'm sure you were surprised by that as well. I just thought he was nailed on to start. I was sort of thinking, who's going to start alongside Gay, really? But I personally wouldn't change anything. And I mean, I don't know, but as an England fan, I just feel it's just such a privilege watching Harry Kane, I think. I just think he's just the most gifted footballer. I think he's just amazing. And watching him now, he's starting to remind me of those kind of later Man United years of Teddy Sheringham. Do you remember when Teddy Sheringham used to drop deep and just start passing balls around, and you're like, the joy of a player who, in the earlier days of his career, didn't...
Bobby Moore, leading England at the 1970 World Cup. But did you know, 2 weeks before this photo was taken, Moore was under arrest in Colombia. So England were doing some altitude training in South America. Moore and Bobby Charlton went to a gift shop in their hotel looking for a present for Charlton's wife, and they left when they found nothing of interest. But as they were standing in the hotel foyer, the shop assistant came out and accused Moore of stealing a gold bracelet. He denied wrongdoing and was let go. England jetted off for a quick friendly match, but returned to the same hotel a few days later. And there, Moore was detained and placed under house arrest. Thinking he'd be without his captain for some time, Sir Alf Ramsey and the rest of the England squad left for Mexico. Back in Colombia, Moore was summoned before a judge. This is him, with the solicitors outside the court. The case saw him have to reenact the moment numerous times and face hours of questioning. By this point, the British Prime Minister Harold Wilson had got involved, and after several days, Moore was released. He got straight on a flight to Mexico City and arrived just in time for tea. The saga was...
Morning, everyone. 8:35. You're waking up to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein, the superstar, alongside me, Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark, who are celebrating a massive summer of football by used car in June, and you'll be entered into their weekly draw to win the cost of it back. A big reminder of the results overnight. Ronaldo got his brace, 5-0 winners, Portugal Portugal over Uzbekistan. Elsewhere in Group K, Crystal Palace's Daniel Monts scored as Colombia beat DR Congo by a goal to 0. You'll want to top that group to basically avoid, I think, Spain in the round of 16. England's group, Croatia beat Panama 1-0, so they are third on 3 points behind England and Ghana, who are on 4. Now, it's all been about Messi so far in the World Cup, but don't ever write off Cristiano Ronaldo. He got his campaign up and running with 2 goals against Uzbekistan. The debate of who is better, Ronaldo or Messi, will never really go away. Here's Simon Jordan with his views.
In my view, Ronaldo.
Really?
Yeah, I think the arguments of playing in Portugal, playing in the English Premier League, playing in the Spanish League, playing in the Italian League, and even playing in the Saudi League for whatever that may be worth. He's gone into each of one of those leagues and operated at the highest level, whereas Messi, you know, played in a wonderful Barcelona team that was, you know, playing in the climate and conditions that suited him best. He didn't pull up trees at PSG. And he's gone to American football. And whilst he's a standout player, that's because the standard is so low. I don't discredit him as a mercurial genius. I just think Ronaldo, for me, given those facts, and it really does burn my backside to concur with Piers, because I'll try and find anything to disagree with him because his knowledge is about the size of a thimble about football, despite him thinking it's bigger. I go down the Ronaldo argument, but I don't feel it has to be a compare and contrast. I just think they're both wonderful players.
Oh, yeah. Can I put my 2 penn'orth in? Right. So my view is very simple. Yeah. Very, very simple. We're talking about who's a better footballer, right?
Yes.
I don't think it's even up for debate. I think if you don't think it's Messi, you don't understand football. Yeah. I think it really is that simple. If you don't look at the 2 of them, like Ronaldo's mind blowing, right? Unbelievable. I don't think he's the best goal scorer I've ever seen. I think R9 was a better goal scorer. Yeah. But I think if you're talking about footballer, who is the better footballer, it can only be Messi. And if you say Ronaldo, I don't think you understand football.
And you can't listen to Simon. Simon's going to say whatever Pierce wants to say, because they're doing that podcast aren't they?
Of course, yeah, it's a very good point.
And also, you know, we've seen Simon's footballing background at Crystal Palace didn't go too well. So, yeah, I'll...
Has to be Messi.
Yeah, just forget what Simon says. No clue.
If you understand football.
Messi is the player that, like, if you asked 100 footballers that are playing now, ex-footballers, I reckon 95 would say Messi.
I agree. He's a better footballer.
100%, mate.
Yeah. Well, you strap yourselves in because
they're going to play that to Piers Morgan, by the way. We're going to get absolutely...
No, I'll say it to Piers. He's joining us in 30 minutes' time. Yeah. Ronaldo's... I was going to say love child, but it's more of his granddad, isn't it? Right. Piers coming up in about half an hour's time. Yeah, just after 9 o'clock. Now, all focus on England this morning after their horrific performance against Ghana. But Scotland fans, don't worry, we haven't forgotten about you. Stevie Clark's men, they take on 5-time winners Brazil in Miami tonight. Of course, it's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT. 11 p.m. that one kicks off as they look to reach the World Cup knockouts for the first time in their history.
Early ball to Saibari, who's kept himself onside and smashes it into the net. Scotland are 1-0 down already.
First of all, you have to let the players suffer a little bit. They don't like losing. The games don't get much easier.
It will go to the final match round in Miami against Brazil.
We don't want a battering from Brazil, but Brazil have been up and down.
They'll just sneak through, but we don't want to be going there and getting a hiding.
The ball over the top. Eddie Jr. comes through, ball on the right foot, scores! Back-to-back goals in the World Cup for Vinicius Jr. Brazil 3, 80-0.
We'll have to do better on the pitch. I am not disputing that at all. But if the public of your country are doing you proud, that might be a bigger thing than your football team doing you proud.
Low ball in, Adams for a save. Up to McGinn. Deflected in. It's Super John McGinn.
They want to win the game, and if they can't win the game, they don't want to lose it. That's the focus we'll have, and take on another side for the world's top 10.
Big night. So for more of this, I'm delighted to say that we are joined by a man who represented Scotland at 3 major tournaments, played against Brazil in 1998. Kevin Gallagher will be joining us in just a moment. His line's fallen off. Before we speak to Kevin, this is such a massive game. Any game in the World Cup for any nation against Brazil is huge. When it's won, you think we've just got to avoid a battering to get through.
But also, look at last night. Everyone thought it was going to be 3-4-5 to England against Ghana. It wasn't. Look at Cape Verde getting a draw against Spain.
Yeah.
Sometimes you defend for your lives. We've seen Scotland do it many times. You get players behind the ball. You frustrate Brazil tonight. You've got a threat on the counter-attack with John McGinn, and if it's Che Adams and it's Ben Doak, that's how you have to play tonight. There's no reason why Scotland can't frustrate the life out of Brazil. The pressure's on Brazil. They're going to want to top the group because Morocco will beat Haiti.
Yeah. So
there's no reason why they can't. You've got to be positive. You've got to, like, if you are playing that 5 at the back or 4 at the back, Grant Hanley will learn from his mistake against Morocco. If there's time on the ball, do not try and play offside. Follow your runner. And apart from that chance, there wasn't a lot more that Morocco were knocking on the door. So, yeah.
Okay,
be positive.
Let's find out if our next guest is positive. As I say, he played at 3 major tournaments, played against Brazil in 1998. Let's say hello and good morning to Kevin Gallagher, joins us now. Kev, good morning.
Morning, Kevin.
Good morning, lads.
Thanks so much for coming. We thought that you just put the phone down. You thought we were picking up Brazil so much. You got no chance, the Scots, tonight. How do you see it? Because, listen, you don't have to win the game. A draw would be great, but even defeat, if it's a close defeat, should see you through to the knockout stages.
Yeah, and I think that's what we've got to be careful about, knowing what we have to do. That's the good thing is we're sitting in a very good position. So it's, do we go and throw all guns blazing at Brazil and try and get something, or do we sit back and counter-attack? And I think the latter looks like it's more Steve Clarke's way of doing it, and it might be a 5-4-1 situation where keep the score down as much as you can, and having seen Vinicius and like Haiti play a high line and they exploited it. So I think Scotland will play a deep lying line now and make it that little bit more difficult for the pace beyond them.
Kevin, I just said to Andy before you come on there, look what Ghana done last night to England. Look what Cape Verde done to Spain. Look what Iran done to Belgium. If you're organised defensively, you can frustrate teams, can't you?
Oh, definite. You know, I think, Gabby, organisation's key in football, you know, and if you're organised and not playing as individuals, and Scotland play as a team, so Steve will get them organised, but it's a hard work, and it's going to be the temperatures as well, because it will be warm, and, you know, that Scottish red skin just won't seem to merit in the beautiful sunshine of Miami, so it's you've got to conserve your energy, and hopefully their passing will be a lot better and they'll be able to play a little bit of keepball.
Kevin, let me ask you, when whoever you're supporting, when the squad's announced, you see strengths, you see weaknesses. I just wonder, from your perspective, so far at the moment, you've got, just 1 goal from 2 games so far. Did you think up front and scoring goals would be a problem when you saw the squad?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest concern has been goals. Yes, we can score goals and we get late goals. We showed Denmark we get 4 to qualify us for the competition. But realistically, you know, it's been a sore point in scoring a lot of goals. I mean, John McGinn has been magnificent in his time getting goals from us in a deeper, wider area. But we're always moaning about the strikers scoring goals. You know, Shankland comes in. He's there, he's not really getting utilised, but you see the difference at international level. You need a little bit of pace as well. And unfortunately, we don't really have that, but we have guys who will graft their socks off up front. And hopefully you get people like John McGinn, Scott McTominay running past them and taking the glory by scoring the goals.
Just before I let you go, Kev, I've got to ask, you played, as I mentioned, against Brazil in 98. How intimidating is it to face the Brazilian national side? Is it like no other side you've played against?
Yeah, I think 98 squad, when we walked to the tunnel and you looked across Tafarel, Cafu, Carlos, Aldair, Junior Baiano, Dunga, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, they were all household names. I think now you've got about 5. You've got Neymar, Vinicius, and then you got Alisson and goals. They kind of, you know. So for me, 98 was a dream, and they were world champions. This Brazil, they're not world champions, but they still carry the 5 stars of the World Cup, and that's a big danger.
Yeah. Did you get a shirt that day?
I did. I got Aldair's. I managed to take him out my pocket for a couple of minutes to get a shirt.
Very good answer, very good. What a pleasure. Thanks so much. What will the score be? Last question. What will the score be tonight?
Oh, I'm going for a high-scoring 0-0 draw, hopefully.
Over the moon.
Anything apart from a defeat.
Over the moon with that one. Kev, always a pleasure.
Thanks you, so much Kevin.
For your time, man.
Top man.
Cheers, Andy. Cheers, Gabby.
There you go. What a pleasure that was. A man who represented Scotland 3 major tournaments and, of course, faced Brazil in 98. Kevin Gallagher.
They'll love the hydration break tonight, won't they?
They will. They want about 10 of them. Still to come on The Breakfast Show.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
And in about half hour's time, we'll be joined by a man who was part of England's 2018 World Cup squad that reached the World Cup semi-finals. The last four, Rangers keeper Jack Butland. Adrian Durham gave Jordan Pickford 1 out of 10 last night in his player ratings. No surprise there.
He didn't concede.
Just Jack agree. We'll find out. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
This is Olivia Bazaglo. I'm guessing just after Messi has either scored or the final whistle has been blown. Have a listen.
I have just watched Lionel Messi become the all-time leading goal scorer in World Cup history. As literally I look right in front of me, there is still such a huge section of Argentina fans, and I can't even explain to you what it's like in a stadium when all of these people are just worshipping Messi. It's literally the closest you will ever get to God, I swear, in football form. I don't know if you can hear the fans. There's a whole stand of them still jumping, still singing, still holding up a banner of Maradona and Messi on one. I cannot even describe to you like the feeling of seeing that happen when you've watched this player all my life. How lucky are we that we've all lived at the same time as Lionel Messi?
That message only goes on for another 9 hours. So she
had to
get her thoughts together. Yeah, that's the longest edit ever of a voice
You know what,
note.
though, mate? She told me she was going to the World Cup and said she's going to watch Argentina. I said to her before she went, Louis, I says, one of the best things you do. The energy you feel in that stadium. I went to the Argentina-Mexico game in the Qatar World Cup, mate. I had nosebleed seats, but like Argentinian fans everywhere. And it felt like you're in company of a god.
Yeah, cool.
It felt the fans.
Yeah.
It feels like, mate, you're in a 90-minute concert, a 90-minute
That's a
Messi
great
concert,
description.
and it's one of the best concerts you'll ever go to. If anybody's over in America, Canada, or Mexico, and you get a chance to go and watch Messi for Argentina, it could be his last tournament.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Good morning. It's 8:50, just turned. It's the talkSPORT Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. Some of the headlines this Wednesday morning. Daniel Munoz's deflected strike was enough for Colombia to beat DR Congo, secure Their place in the World Cup knockout stage, England, of course, well, to a goalless draw against Ghana, stunk the place out. Former England players, Andros Townsend and Jack Wilshere, both told us this morning that we are nowhere near panic stations just yet. England, Gab, what do you make of this? Had a 78.8% possession stat, which is the most on record by any side in the FIFA World Cup without scoring ever.
Not a good stat, is it?
No, it's an awful stat.
Should have been good yesterday. Adam Wharton would have been good to bring on. Obviously, he's not in the
Spraying it
squad.
about.
Someone who can make that pass.
There's a lot of players. That's our view. What did the fans out in Boston think? Here they are speaking to talkSPORT. Angelina Kelly.
Very incredibly boring.
What did Thomas Tuchel get wrong today? Was it selection, tactics?
We got to start Saka. We got to start Saka. No team's winning the World Cup with Noni Madueke in their team.
Really disappointing. I don't think we brought Ghana out enough, and I don't think we allowed ourselves to play. We gave them enough chances to defend. We didn't give ourselves enough chances to play football.
England dominated the match, had more opportunities, but just couldn't capitalise in that final third of the pitch. But overall, the performance was there. Start Marcus Rashford, start Bukayo Saka, keep Harry in, Jude Bellingham at 10. But other than that, I think they need to be a little bit more aggressive in the first half so we can get the job done.
Yeah, lots of unhappy fans. Gab, if you spent all that money to go and watch that performance, you'd be devastated, wouldn't you?
I would be, and the weather as well, the rain. Also, looking at people getting to the stadiums. I seen a clip yesterday, and it's a long-ass walk to get into the stadiums.
What kind of walk?
A long walk.
I thought you said something else.
No, you're hearing things.
No, the fact you've just crossed your arms, though, leads me to believe I did it.
It was like that in Germany, though. You get dropped off, mate, 45 minutes away. You got to walk.
Yeah, that's
forever.
nuts.
In the rain, that performance, you paid a lot of money. You want to see goals, especially against Ghana.
But it doesn't matter about the performance if we win. If we would have nicked that one, if Harry Kane scores that goal at the end, we'll be sitting there going...
For us at home, but if you're paying money to be in the stadium, it's cost you thousands to get there, then you want to see goals, don't you?
Yeah. Okay. So England's place in the last 32, almost guaranteed, but that's certainly not the case for Scotland. Max Scott is back with us in the studio to explain exactly what Scotland need to progress tonight against Brazil. A game, of course, live on talkSPORT, 11 p.m. that one kicks off. Scotty?
Yeah, Scotland in a good position. That opening win against Haiti was absolutely massive. And the key thing is, in that mini table of third place finishers, a reminder, the top 8 third place finishers go through. They're second, and they're on 0 goal difference, which could be key. And according to Opta, if you finish third in your group on 0 goal difference, you've got a 95% chance of qualifying for the knockout round. So as it stands, Scotland are in a good position. Let's start with the easy stuff. If they beat Brazil, they're through. We know that. If they draw, they're almost certainly through. Fans can start potentially thinking about whether they're going to be going to the next round, but it's still dependent on other results. But that 4 points is really the magic number. If they lose to Brazil, they can still go through because of their goal difference, because they've already got 3 points, but they won't know their fate until Sunday when the final round of group games has finished. And of course, Scotland are in a bit of a difficult position because they play first. Other teams by Saturday and Sunday
know what they've got to do.
will know what they've got to do. They can do a Ghana, they can shut
10 behind them. Yeah.
Why Scotland lost 3-0? Is it squeaky?
Then it's
so and so
it's
time.
even squeakier.
Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Only 6 to go home, right?
Yeah, yes, that's
6
it.
to go home, yeah. It's insane, isn't it?
Incredible, isn't it?
Do you know who...
No, 4.
I think it's 6.
There's 12 in the third place rank. Oh, yeah, and then the 2 bottom ones, correct, Andy.
Do you know where Scotland go? What side of the draw?
So complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. There are 495 different calculations about knockout.
We could do that. Our producer will be over the moon. We could probably fit that in now. There's that many, is there?
There's that many, so we don't know. I mean, on the as it stands table, Scotland did have Germany. Now they've got Mexico as it stands in the round of 32. But it all depends on the next one.
You don't know where you're playing either, do you?
Hold on. If they've got Mexico in the round of 32, we're meant to meet them in the round of 16. So we could have...
Yeah,
I mean, there's lots of ifs here, but in theory...
Well, England and Scotland don't know exactly where their game's going to be, do they?
No, not yet.
If England win
That's
the group...
so frustrating for fans trying to book stuff. Flights, hotels...
If England win the group, we're going to Mexico, right? I know, we're going to Senegal. Is it Senegal?
Senegal or
right,
Ghana? Oh, no, Senegal or...
I know.
It's one of those, we've got this as it stands table, but in reality, it's pretty useless until there's only a couple of games left because there are so many different permutations. But essentially, a point for Scotland, and they're almost guaranteed to go through.
Okay.
And it's hard, isn't it, as well? Because you watch the game tonight and they might go a goal down early. Then it's like, okay, no more goals. You don't want to go for the equaliser because you're opening yourself up. They get two. Yeah, it's going to be one of them strange games, isn't it?
Max, always a pleasure.
Cheers, boys.
Why are you in such a rush to get rid of Max?
Because I've got a caller now. I've told you, I'd fly the ship.
Sorry.
Or the plane.
I really like working
you
with
just
Max.
give out the sandwiches.
It means a lot.
Do you want to keep him? Do you want to go against the producer?
No. I don't lose my job.
Sure?
I don't lose my job. I'm sorry. Go on.
Okay. Mark joins us now. Hello, Mark. Morning to you.
Hello, Mark.
Good morning. How you doing?
We're good, man. How are you today? You all right? You well?
Yeah. I'm good. Do you know what? I'm just basically ringing up just to sort of say, with regards to the England game last night, if we all just sort of calm down a bit. I think we do this at every tournament. I know we sort of like we're all singing at the end of the game against Croatia, which was obviously nice to see. And, you know, I'm hearing a lot from like work colleagues and friends about, oh, no, we're not that good. And, you know, the manager this, the manager that. And, you know, it's hard to play against the low blocks. Spain had it with Cape Verde.
Yeah, but I think it was on the back of our first game. We looked so good. Certainly the second half where everyone, including me, we get a bit ahead of ourselves, right?
We all think we're coaches as well, Mark. Like, I think
we do.
99% of the country will say Gordon shouldn't be starting in front of Rashford. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I do think Marcus Rashford came into the game way too late.
Yeah,
he you know, as soon as he came on, he was whipping balls in from the left-hand side, and he just looked more dangerous. But
I agree, though, Mark. It's nothing to worry about. It's just that, like, we got teased with that second half against Croatia, and it's like you get that performance, and you want more.
We always want more. Mark, thank you for your call. We'll take more of your calls in the last hour of the show. Also, don't go anywhere. Some big old guests coming up on talkSPORT. Rangers, England goalkeeper Jack Butland will be joining us, as will the biggest Cristiano Ronaldo fan in the world.
Yeah.
Piers Morgan. This is the World Cup talkSPORT Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. 8:57, everyone.
She says, if you pardon the expression, where the dad, of course, is completely useless at the birth of a child. That's her view, not mine. And she goes on to say, you're not going to cut an umbilical cord. You cannot miss a World Cup. Where do you stand on this, Troy?
It's the first time I've heard what the lady said.
She's strong.
She's an idiot, is what she is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well said.
Well
said.
I think having a child is obviously the greatest thing that any human can do, in my opinion. And you know, say you're not going to cut the umbilical cord. Well, that's silly because you can do that. But also, who are you to question somebody else's desire to be there with their child and their family? I think this would have been a conversation with Belgium beforehand. They know it's coming.
Yeah.
But I also think as well, you know, if I want to go be with my family because we're having a baby, who's reporter A to say whatever she wants to say? But also, let's flip that now. And a male had said that.
Oh yes, it would be misogyny to the highest level.
Yeah, I just think sometimes we live in a new world now where everyone wants to have clickbait and everyone wants to have a headline. But I miss the good old days where you could just tell someone, just shut up, because she's talking absolute nonsense. I've been fortunate enough to have 5 kids, and I've not missed the birth of one of them.
You haven't missed the birth of one of them. She is strong, Simon. I'm looking at another quote coming out of L'Equipe. France Pierron. She says, you're living out a childhood dream, yet you're going to walk away from it all to attend the birth of your child.
Thomas Tuchel's busy trying to bring glory back to England for the first time since '66. But how did he get here? Well, from the sleepy town of Krumbach via some giants of European football, here's his journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krimbach's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The Sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players, the attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
Morning, everyone. It's 9:02. My goodness, it's flown by today. It's the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark by Used Car and Upgrade event. And get 2 years free servicing plus a chance to win the cost of it back in June. How about that? So, how do we kick off the 9-hour? Well, England's promising start to the World Cup hit a reality check as they were held to a frustrating ball draw against Ghana. Guff is how I explained it. You've been explaining it. You can carry on explaining it. 03712223344. England's best opportunity arrived in the 86th minute when Harry Kane fired the ball over the crossbar just after Nico O'Reilly, his header, struck the woodwork. After the game, the manager, Thomas Tuchel, said it was fine margins. What?
This will not be the first game where you need maybe a bit of luck, where you need a deflected shot, where you need just one slip of a defender and this little moment where you open it up. We had it. Harry will never miss this ball again, and then it would have been maybe we always tell a story backwards. Then it would have been maybe a patient performance and controlled performance and then whatever. So now it's a 0-0, and then it's easy to say we were not inspired enough. The substitutes were good. Energy was right, commitment, everything okay. This can happen. It was a strong opponent on the other side of the pitch for a second match in the World Cup.
While that was going on, they're showing replays of I use the term very loosely, highlights on the telly. From my perspective, how they didn't have a penalty is beyond me.
Yes.
How Harry Kane missed that home goal at the end.
Bread and butter.
I don't understand.
And
then just looking at the lineup, I said it when we came on, and I say it again. Noni Madueke should be nowhere near an England shirt, nor should Anthony Gordon. The left-hand side was terrible. I didn't get Jed Spence and Anthony Gordon on the left. Gordon was just diabolical. Like if Barcelona are looking at that, thinking they've paid 70 million for what I do not know. I just think we lack players that should have been in that squad. I don't want to go on about it because Cole Palmer's not there. He should have been there. He should have played Trent, a perfect game for Trent.
Yes.
Even Luke Shaw, no disrespect to Jed Spence.
Lewis Hall.
Yeah,
Sprains, he wasn't there.
Lewis Hall's not really getting game time for Newcastle.
He did this season, he wasn't playing as much, but still a top player.
But Luke Shaw should have been playing. Nico O'Reilly, I think he's an unbelievable player. Should have
Listen,
started.
I know why he played Spence, because he thought Semenyo on the counter-attack. Can I play like my left-back, a quicker, more defensive left-back in Jed Spence? But we shouldn't be worrying about Ghana and their threats, really. We should be worrying about what's best for us going forward.
I know, but when we were going forward, Noni Madueke's receiving the ball out wide, and then he's got room to run at their defence, and he has 3 or 4 paces forward, stops, and then passes the ball backwards.
That happens a lot now with wingers. I've been moaning about that for years.
Wow.
Because when I played there,
on the other side, he looked okay when he was crossing.
I played there, and if you look at Diamandi for Ivory Coast, every time he gets it, boom, at you. As a defender, you're like, oh, Kimmich, I bet you couldn't wait for the final whistle to go. Just relentless, just take him on. Don't need a trick. Outside, get a crossing. Madueke probably done a bit better when you went onto the left-hand side.
I would say collectively, and I like Rhys James, by the way, I think he's an unbelievable player. I would say collectively, that's England's worst ever 2 wide men, left and right, and 2 fullbacks, collectively, that we've ever had in a World Cup game. Because they are none of them offered anything going forward.
Rhys James crossing wasn't at his best, because that's one of his assets. But
every time Jed Spence got the ball and found Anthony Gordon, he left it so late. There was like 3 players around Gordon. I thought it was terrible.
And then Gordon didn't really get any change, did he, from the right back?
No positives. No positives whatsoever. Yeah. There you go. Gabby and I are feeling very negative. I wonder if our next guest is. He's part of England's 2018 World Cup squad. Now, of course, star at Ibrox is Rangers and England goalkeeper Jack Butland joins us. Jack, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, lads.
You got a pen in your hand. Were you taking notes there?
I was laughing a little bit, and just like it's just brilliant to listen to you two for a little bit. I've not had enough coffee to be that negative this morning.
Moaning England fans, Jack. That's what we are.
Do you agree?
Typical
England fans. Do you agree with what we've said?
I agree with parts of it. I think there's always I think if you're looking at it as a club team going into a season, and that's the way that the team performed, you'd be a little bit worried. But tournament football's it's different. It's different. Could it have been a better performance? 1,000,000%. You can argue about who's in the lineup or who's in the squad. I think it was just more the intent of the performance more than anything. All those lads on there are capable of causing issues to Ghana. We just didn't put it together. It wasn't a very intent performance. I mean, we didn't do enough to break them down. I think that was more the gist of the game last night for me.
I think as well, Jack,
capable of causing problems.
Yeah, I think Jack, this is what we do, England fans. We like to moan, but if we look at Portugal's first game, drew against Congo. We look at Spain's first game, Cape Verde draw, and then they go to the second game and put in a better performance. We've just done it the opposite way around, haven't we?
You'd probably like to see it the other way around,
exactly.
But we have done it that way. We're sitting on 4 points on top of the group. So it's very, very easy to jump to conclusions and all that sort of thing. But I hear it. It wasn't the performance we all wanted to see. In fairness to Ghana, they were incredible in their defence. Did we do enough to really hurt them? No, probably not.
But Jack, I hear what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying, that we are top of the group with 4 points. But as an England fan, I find it mind-blowing that I will watch a game of football, and I'll watch it with lots of other football fans, and talkSPORT listeners will call up, and we will all agree. And we'll all agree on exactly the same problems. We'll all agree on things like Madueke's no good on the right. We'll all agree that Marcus Rashford should be starting. We'll all agree that Cole Palmer should have been in the squad, that Trent should have been in the squad, that Jed Spence shouldn't really start over Nico O'Reilly. We'll all agree on exactly the same. So we all must be wrong, because the England manager, he doesn't agree with what we've said. He puts his team out, and we play like that. So
we haven't got our coaching badges, mate.
Is he just unfortunate, or are we all right?
I think there's look, opinions are always great. After a game like that, no one's saying exactly the same things after the Croatia game. After the Croatia game, it was like, wow, we've got an England squad that have come up against a stubborn Croatia side, which they are good regardless of where they might feel that they're at. Put in a really good performance, created chances, made subs, came on, created more chances. And it was a really positive performance. This is just what we do. We then have I think it was lackluster last night. It's the same lads that put 4 against Croatia. And it felt like a lackluster performance more than anything. So the usual questions, it's what we do. It's what we do as England fans. We'll question it. We'll doubt everything. hopefully we turn Panama over in the last game, 3 or 4, and we move on to knockout stages, and everyone forgets last night.
Is that what happens in tournament football, Jack? Where like you'll get games like that, and we saw it already, haven't we? With like Curacao doing well in games, Cape Verde, Iran. Some of maybe the lesser teams, they're fighting for their lives, aren't they? If they get everyone behind the ball, it can be difficult, can't it?
It's World Cup football, it's tournament football. It's the best of the best from every country that you're going to face, that have known who they're coming up against for months now, and they're fully prepared for it. So it's not as easy as just being able to turn teams over. As you said, we've seen it. We've seen teams struggle, and it feels a little bit like we're not giving sort of Ghana enough credit. There's that whole lineup from Ghana. I mean, there's 5 or 6 Premier League level players playing in different leagues. They're no pushovers, and they were really well organised last night. But we always got to come back to England, because that's what we're speaking about and what we want to see. We wanted to see more, a bit more flair, a little bit more bravery to play between the lines, which you have to do when you're playing against sides like that in the low block. You know, you can't just play in and around. Boys were trying to force it. They were trying to force things between the lines, but it just wasn't enough. Wasn't enough people sort of in the gaps on the half turn, in close partnerships to break them down. It seemed a little bit slow, and maybe it was a fatigued one, maybe it was a tired one. I don't know. Maybe it's travel. We can make any excuse we like, but we still come back to the fact that we wanted to see England play a little bit better than they did.
Jack, I've got a new game. I ask you a question. You can only answer with a yes or a no. Okay?
Go for it.
Okay. Yes or no, should Marcus Rashford be starting for England on the left?
Yes.
Okay, yes or no?
That's my opinion.
Is Declan Rice better as a 6?
No.
You think he's better as an 8, do you?
The thing is with England, with Rice and Anderson, you can do whatever you like. I think they are both top players. I think if you sit one negates the other, I like them mixing it up. I don't mind that at all.
Okay, it was just those 2 questions. I just wanted yes or no.
Yeah, all right, there you
Jack,
go.
They were good.
Jack, whilst we've got you now, can I ask you a quick one on Rangers, mate?
Go for it, mate.
Manager's left now. Danny Rolls gone. Looking forward to working under former Hearts manager Derek McInnes.
I am actually. I am bumped into him a few times over the years. Obviously, as an ex-Rangers player, we've had the odd chat here and there. We've always had a bit of a back and forth about the club and things. So I know how much he cares about it. I know how much it means to him. And I think for the club, it's a really, really, really solid appointment. Someone that we can hopefully build around for a number of years. And sort of gain some stability with someone that knows what it means, knows the culture.
Makes sense.
So I think it's a really, really good appointment. Yeah. And we're back in tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it.
Before I let you go, I've got one more yes or no question.
One more yes or no. Go for
it. So lots to talk about Jordan Pickford, right? Not much to do. A lot of people were saying he was very lucky to get that free kick. Yes or no, right? Is Troy Deeney talking utter nonsense when he said we won't win a World Cup with Jordan Pickford in goal?
Oh, I love Troy, but he does come out with some nonsense, doesn't he? For me, it's nonsense. I think it's. You look at what Jordan's done in an England shirt, and
I agree.
If anyone's got anything for him right now, listen, I hope we go all the way. I hope we do it. And if we do, Jordan's going to be a massive part of it.
Jack, I hope the keepers have to run now.
It's not a yes or no.
Jack,
you want us to run?
I hope the keepers have to run. Back in the day, mate, Stuart Taylor, the keepers, honestly, they're passing it 5 yards to each other. We're doing like 20k runs.
Yeah, great. But where's his knees at now? That's what I would say. Where's his knees at when he gets towards the end of his career? Because I know if I was doing running every single pre-season, my knees would be in bits in a couple of years. So get me on a bike. I'll work as hard as you like on a bike.
Fair play,
and then get me on the pitch doing basic stuff.
Jack, you've been brilliant. Thanks so much for coming. Are we going to win the World Cup?
I hope so.
Okay, I'll take that. I won't push you on a yes or no. What a real pleasure. Thanks so much for your time, man. Much appreciated.
All the best for the season, mate.
Thank you, lads. Take it easy.
There you go, the superstar is Jack Butland. What a great lad he is.
Yes. Difficult as well because you'll know a lot of the players as well.
Of course it is. That's why I turned it into a yes or no game. Are you a fan? You can play the yes or no game with me. Are you a fan of Piers Morgan?
No.
Okay, well, you can tell that to his face. He'll be joining us.
Yes.
Right after this. It's 9. I hope so, 9:15.
Now, earlier in the show, we asked the all-important question. Who was faster in their pomp? Kyle Walker or Gabby Agbonlahor? Well, talkSPORT's Anil Kandala was at the talkSPORT fan zone at Villa Park last night for England against Croatia, and he put that question to some of the fans in attendance.
It's a tough call, but I'd go for Gabby. He was awesome, and no defender wants anybody with that pace running at them. So I'd go for Gabby. I would.
Quicker than Kyle Walker?
I think so. Yeah, I do. And I'm sure Gabby would agree with me.
Gabby. Well, he used to dart across the field, didn't he? I think he's better than Kyle, to be honest.
Well, we had Kyle on loan for us for many years ago, and he was quick, but Gabby was quicker.
And there you go. It might be a little bit unfair because Gabby Agbonlahor is in that building behind me, but it seems that Gabby's got the vote.
Right, the rest of the world.
He actually spoke to about 100 people who were there, but we already decided to show 3, okay?
I clipped that up for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though? When I think about Kyle, when I go back to that game, Kyle, of like, I think it might have been Germany at Wembley, and you was right side of the 3, but like you was all the way in the right back position, and I was at the game, mate, and you come sprinting across, mate. Someone was through on goal. I can't remember who it was. It was Muller, yeah. I'm like, where has this guy come from? And you've done that for the last 15, 16 years, mate. Your centre-half pairings with England and Manchester City must have been looking at you thinking like, okay, maybe I can leave a bit of space in behind, because you would always just come out of nowhere and cover.
Yeah, I think that was what my game was based on. You know, I probably didn't create that much going forward with assists and stuff. I chipped in with a few, but not as much as probably what I should have done. So my main game when I got a little bit older was to...
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Good morning, everyone. It's 19 minutes past 9. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. Now, can you name a better love story than these two?
Feature into Ronaldo! He's arrived! Hold me, never let me go.
Cristiano, why are you doing this interview with me? Because I like you. As simple as that. Well, I like you too.
Went to his house on Friday night and we had a really good chat. When it comes to work ethic, there's definitely never been anyone better than Ronaldo. Ten Hag is a complete idiot. I'm sorry, he is.
Messi, mesmeric and magical, footballing colossus, who's now won the lot.
Somebody check on Ronaldo, somebody check on Piers Morgan.
How important is music?
I got Cristiano Ronaldo to agree to come to Arsenal. He was going to do it. If they did the deal right, Arsenal didn't want to know.
Cristiano, what a pleasure. Thank you very much, Piers. It was a pleasure for me too. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Ronaldo's off the mark in this tournament. He's the first player to score 6 World Cups. 2 goals yesterday against Uzbekistan. Let's not forget it was against Uzbekistan.
The first person I thought of was Piers, but
do you know what? There's only one thing worse. He's won, what, $5,000 from Rory Jennings. There's only one thing worse than having Piers Morgan on your show, and that's having a very smug Piers Morgan. Let's say hello to the journalist, the broadcaster, the host of Piers Morgan Uncensored, and, of course, Ronaldo's best mate. You can hear him giggling away. Good morning, Piers Morgan.
Good morning, Piers Morgan.
What a lovely day to be alive, gentlemen. Do you know what? I said to my sons yesterday, as though I kept predicting Ronaldo would score and make all his critics look stupid. And they were like, Dad, you might be slightly over-egging the souffle here. I mean, what if he doesn't score? I went, you don't know Cristiano Ronaldo. He's just had 4 or 5 days of the world mocking him, hating on him, writing him off, saying he's a washed-up has-been, saying he drags Portugal down, blah, 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 blah. And last night, he showed the world, once again, that he is the most clinical, brilliant finisher in the history of world football. And anyone who thinks otherwise, to me, is living in cloud cuckoo land. The guy's 41. The 2 goals that he took would be goals he'd have been proud to have scored like that when he was 21. And, you cannot watch what Ronaldo did last night and not agree with me that far from being a washed-up has-been, he is a guy who at 41 is just literally reinventing the wheel about how long you can play elite football.
Just in case people have just turned on the radio, it wasn't the World Cup final Piers is talking about. It was against Uzbekistan. Let's not forget that.
Not yet. But you got to, the way things are looking, it could be we play Portugal quite quickly, England, right? And honestly, the way that they played last night in Portugal, yes, it was Uzbekistan, but you guys were all waxing lyrical and getting overexcited about Messi banging in goals against joker teams before. Suddenly, when it's Ronaldo against Uzbekistan, it doesn't count. But, but interesting question for you, Andy, is this. You're a diehard United fan, right? You could have had Ronaldo up leading the line for United for the last 4 years if Ten Hag hadn't driven him out. And watching him last night, just the pure finishing, right? And I said after the first Portugal game, the whole team were poor, and Fernandes in particular was poor, and Ronaldo was getting no service. That second goal he scored, you see him look at Fernandes and say, thread it through those guys. He threads it brilliantly to an amazing assist, and Ronaldo clinically finishes. No one can tell me that United would not have been an immeasurably better team in the last 4 years if they had kept Ronaldo and got rid of Ten Hag at the time.
I think there's a reason why after the first game and the way he was in that, and you got the feeling that all his teammates aren't as big a fan of him as you are. You got the.
I don't agree. I think you're totally wrong about that. Honestly,
okay. Let me ask you this, then, Piers. Why do you think the majority of football fans were questioning whether or not it's good for Portugal if he starts? There must be a reason why they're asking.
I have heard, though, that the players do really like him.
You're such a liar, Gav.
I promise you.
I
swear on my kids.
This whole thing about Ronaldo being unpopular in dressing rooms, honestly, it's a complete myth.
Yeah, they do.
I'm not saying he's unpopular. I'm not saying that.
The guy was loved when he was in Portugal. He was loved in the United dressing room. He was loved in the Juventus dressing room. Loved in the Real Madrid dressing room. They love him in Saudi at the Al Nassr dressing room. This is a guy who is a team player.
Yeah, but he's not picked on form. If there was a World Cup in 4 years' time and he wants to play in it, he'll play in it.
No, I totally disagree. Look how many goals he scored in qualifying. This is where I get you guys look at this. You look at Ronaldo through a completely different lens to reality. The issue with Ronaldo is not that he's 41 or washed up or anything else. Look at the goals. Purely look at the goals he scores for Portugal. He has scored more goals for Portugal. I think he scored more goals generally since he turned 30 than he did before. And we know that he was a lot quicker before 30 and so on. He has reinvented himself as a different kind of player.
Under Roberto Martinez, he's got 27 goals in 34 matches. So he's doing very good on that. But why doesn't he get the love? Because...
Hang on. Very good. Hang on. Let's just analyse what you've just said. Yep. Very good. If any other striker, if Kylian Mbappe or Harry Kane or Erling Haaland had got that goal tally for their country, would there be anybody questioning
why doesn't he get the love,
their validity of a team? Because look, he's the top dog. To me, he's the greatest to ever play the game. I know other people think Messi. I don't even think Messi's the best Argentinian. I think Maradona was better than him. But he's a great player, right? But in terms of, I always ask the wet Wednesday in Stoke question. On a wet Wednesday in Stoke, freezing cold, pelting with rain, and you had one player in the history of world football to score a goal to save your life, who would it be?
Messi.
It's not Messi. Not on a Wednesday in Stoke.
He's the greatest player ever.
He wouldn't even know how to get to Stoke. Ronaldo's literally played in Stoke.
Ronaldo wouldn't even turn up because his hair was out of place.
You see, this is where everyone gets him wrong. The thing about Cristiano is it's incredible to me, and I feel it as a great honour that I have become a good friend of him. I love the guy. He's a great guy. We talk all the time. But you know, it's a weird thing for me. We became friends because he liked my crime documentaries I did for ITV. Yeah. That's how he messaged me out of the blue, and that was how it started. But we become good friends. And the thing about Ronaldo, I just find incredible. He still gets unbelievably emotional when he scores a goal or wins a game or loses a game or misses a penalty, whatever it may be. To do that at 41 when you're a billionaire, and you've done everything in the game, it shows you that all that matters to him is football.
It shows you that you're playing against Uzbekistan. In the last Euros 2024, he didn't score one goal.
So
I thought we lost you there. You went really quiet for a minute, Piers. What happened there?
Oh, I didn't get really quiet. I
thought the line dropped.
Harry Kane had a poor game last night. Why aren't you pelting him like you would Ronaldo?
Well, no, we're just talking about Ronaldo. I'm not talking about Harry Kane.
No, of course you're not. You're not talking about Harry Kane because you like Harry Kane.
Why are you picking on Harry Kane? Why are you picking on Harry Kane? I thought you were English.
Because I think he had a poor game last night, the whole team. But where's the great inquest into, has Harry Kane lost it? Is he a has-been? Is he what? No one's going to have that conversation because his goal records shows that he is a brilliant striker.
Not the Euros.
Ronaldo's goal record under Martinez that you've just said.
None.
That goal record under Martinez is unbelievable.
Do you think
you should be lauding him as the best finisher in the world?
Qualifies. Put him in a big tournament.
After he scored that
He's
goal,
in a big tournament. He just scored 2 goals.
Piers, after he scored that first goal to the cameras, he says, "I'm back.
Yeah.
People haven't liked that because they say Messi would never do that.
Oh, so what? I love the fact that Ronaldo makes his critics eat crow every single time. Right, the whole of social media for 4 days was reveling in the downfall of Cristiano. Let's be honest, they were. Yeah. You lot were. Everyone was willing him to fail. They wanted him to be
Piers,
humiliated.
England-Portugal final of the World Cup goes to pens, and Ronaldo scores the winner. Do you celebrate? Do you fist pump?
No, because I want England to win the World Cup. But I said to him the day before his first game, I said, look, I want England to win, and if we play you, I want us to beat you. But if England don't win, I'd love you to win the World Cup. It's the one thing he's never won. And, you know, last night, you said it yourselves, he broke 2 more records. He became the biggest scorer for Portugal. He's the only player to score in 6 World Cups. Give the guy the credit he deserves.
Messi scored a brace against Austria, who are over 30 places above Uzbekistan in the world rankings.
So?
No, just a stat for you, mate.
Uzbekistan.
Messi's a really good player, but he is not the best Argentinian.
Really good? Is that it?
The best player ever.
Hold on. If he's won more Ballon d'Ors and he's won a World Cup, I think he's won more trophies than Ronaldo. I don't think there's even a debate.
There is no debate. Ronaldo has scored massively higher number of goals.
Got to win the World Cup to be considered the best.
No, he doesn't have to win the World Cup. Why? George Best never won a World Cup.
Yeah, but George Best was never, ever the greatest player to ever kick a ball.
I think George Best, in his time, was the greatest player of his era, unquestionably.
Pele was better than him.
Never won a World Cup. Do you say George Best never won a World Cup?
No.
We can't put him on a plinth?
You're misquoting me. What I'm saying is, to be considered the greatest ever, you need to win the World Cup. And Messi's done that. You do.
Absolute nonsense. You need to play in a team.
Or score 2 against Uzbekistan, either way.
Or you do what Ronaldo's done, where Messi was great at Barcelona, don't get me wrong. When he was surrounded by a bunch of world-class players, he was brilliant. But the moment he left Barcelona, it's never been the same again. Ronaldo went to England, won the league. He went to Spain, won the league repeatedly, and a bunch of Champions League. He went to Juventus. He won the treble. He's now got to Saudi and won the league.
Smashing it in Saudi.
You can mock it, but he's won the league in Saudi age 41.
Piers, you
can mock it, he's won it.
Piers, I saw your son, Spencer, on his Instagram. He's got a decent left foot. I think he was scored last night as well.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Well, look, you wouldn't have scored last night. You wouldn't have finished either of those chances. And look, if you're being objectively honest, the pair of you, when you saw the way Ronaldo took those 2 goals,
can you say it was against Uzbekistan when you say it?
It doesn't matter who they were. They were brilliant finishes.
I don't think they're known for their defence.
They were brilliant finishes, and the more you guys try and write him off, the more he will make you eat your words. I promise you. He specialises in making people like you guys eat your words.
I'll be honest. He used to be good. I'll be honest.
If he's listening now, Pierce, he might be listening to talkSPORT. What would you like to say to him?
I'm going to send it to him because I want him to understand what he has to put up with from clowns like you guys.
Before I let you go, I just want to point out, right, that I texted Piers last week saying, do you want to come on the breakfast show? And he was like, I'm a bit busy, I'm away doing this. And then I texted you this morning saying, do you want to come on and gloat about the $5,000 that Rory Jennings owes you? And you said, without a doubt.
The good news about Jennings, Jennings said that Ronaldo would never score. And I said, all right, I bet you $5,000 to charity of our choice. And my choice of charity is Scottish Little Soldiers. Actually a great charity. It helps the young families of armed forces who lose their lives. It's a great charity. So thank you to Rory. He very quickly stepped up and said he'd be paying the money in. It was a good, fun bet for charity. But, never bet against Cristiano Ronaldo is the lesson of that.
Has he paid his story? Has the money gone in?
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Well, he said he was paying it in today, so I hope it has.
I'll tell you what I'll do, right? I'm more than happy to have that £5,000 bet with you, like a double or nothing with you, if you want to back your boy for Golden Boot.
No, I won't do
We've gone
that.
quiet. Sorry, you've gone quiet again. Is he dropped off?
I won't do that. But would I bet against him to actually potentially win the World Cup after what I watched last night from Portugal?
$5,000?
No.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'll tell you why. I'm a patriotic man. I don't want to bet against my own country. So I want England to win. But let me be clear. If England don't win, I'd love Ronaldo to win because if you think I've been gloating this morning, imagine what it would be like if Ronaldo lifts the World Cup.
What about...
I will be insufferable.
What about $5,000? If it's not England, it has to be Portugal or I win the money.
No, I'm not taking that bet either.
You really backed your boy today. You really backed him.
I backed my boy when it mattered yesterday.
Against Uzbekistan.
And I did it all day long on social media, and everybody had to eat crow. And I will be here poised like a shark to continue to defend Cristiano against the whiners, the haters, the moaners, the jealous little urchins who think that it's funny for clout to ridicule and mock the greatest footballer
I do see,
ever play the game.
Your anti-Messi posts on X, they get a lot of interaction. Have you been to Argentina recently, by any chance?
No, I don't think I'll put it on my travels. But if I did, I would wear a shirt in memory of the greatest Argentinian to ever play the game, Diego Maradona.
My advice
the greatest Argentinian.
My advice, don't get on that plane, Piers. Thank you so much for coming on. A real pleasure as always, man.
Well, on Cristiano, mate. Just keep making them eat their words.
There you go, Piers.
Oh, Lord.
Always sits on the fence for my money. Doesn't say what he thinks. A reminder, the final round of group stage games gets underway tonight, 8 p.m. Coming up, we'll turn our attention to Scotland. They could make history tonight. It's live on talkSPORT. We'll bring you more on that right after this.
Messi became the all-time top scorer in World Cup history, 2 goals against Austria. But it's remarkable, Simon, that he continues to rewrite the history books as he approaches 39. I mean, it is remarkable.
39 tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these players, these elite players that are now looking after themselves. Ibrahimovic was playing up until 41. Ronaldo is playing despite people making observations about his form. That's because they're judging him by a set of standards that he can no longer get to. Messi at 39 years of age, these are supreme athletes that look after themselves, that are consummate professionals and want to play football. It makes you wonder, without trying to be controversial, why Alan Shearer stopped playing international football so young.
Oh, that's right.
You wonder why these players can look after them. So you wonder how clever Harry Kane will be that will enable him to play to this age because, football's a wonderful game to play and you're a long time retired.
Yes.
So well done to him. Fabulous.
He's competing in his 6th World Cup. He's scored 18 goals in the tournament, which is 2 more than Miroslav Klose, the previous record holder. He's the 3rd player to score in 6 successive appearances at a World Cup after Just Fontaine, great name, in 1958 and Jairzinho, you remember him, in 1970.
You were at those games?
I wasn't at that. I met Jairzinho, incidentally, in Rio many years ago. With him in this form, though, why can't Argentina win the World Cup again? Do you have a sneaky feeling they might?
No. I think that, you know, there has been instances, and we've seen it, and I know that I'm rolling against the precedent.
Yeah.
But on the whole, teams win World Cups. Now, obviously, we've seen the '86 World Cup being dragged there by Maradona. We've seen the 2022 World Cup being dragged there by Messi. I think there are better teams that are able to overcome the individuality of one player. At the end of the day, someone has to provide the ball to Messi to be able to allow him to do the things that he does. And I think there are better teams.
Iconic. There's no other word. An 18-carat gold trophy that owns the world, and it waits. It waits for 4 years. It's 1971, and FIFA need a new trophy to replace the Jules Rimet, so they launch a worldwide design competition. And in his studio in Milan, 50-year-old sculptor Silvio Gazzaniga immediately gets to work. But instead of sending FIFA a picture, he goes further and makes a prototype they can hold. It works. FIFA choose his design over 52 others, and perhaps the most beautiful piece of silverware or goldenware enters the beautiful game. Let's let the artist himself describe it. Gazzaniga said the idea was to create something symbolising exertion, dynamism, and the jubilation of an athlete in the moment of victory, with all the joy that contains. The malachite rings in the base fitted the sculpture well because it's green like a football field, and it's also a precious stone. The first captain to lift the trophy was Franz Beckenbauer in 1974, and of course, it's only the greatest who get their hands on it. Zoff, Matthias paved the way for the modern-day heroes who dreamt of lifting Gazzaniga's masterpiece. But there was something about this man holding it that seemed to deliver everything the sculptor had imagined. Were I to ever redo it, the artist once said, I wouldn't change a thing.
Morning, everyone. You're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show. It's me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor, and Arnold Clark, who's celebrating what's set to be a massive month of football. You could be a huge winner in their June upgrade event. What do you make of the doner kebab thing being the most romantic meal?
I'm not sure about that, mate.
You like doner kebab?
No,
Maybe helping
not really, mate.
It's meat and
if it's
bread.
if it's the chicken,
yeah,
you can get then with some salad and stuff. Yes,
that's good for you. It's healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think is the most healthiest?
Healthiest got to be fish, hasn't it?
Not how I didn't mean healthy. I meant romantic.
Spag bol in it, mate.
Yeah, every man can make a good spag bowl.
Just get it out the freezer.
What? Oh,
ready
okay,
made. Throw in there.
Is that your dish?
Yeah.
If I was coming over tonight, would you make me a spag bowl?
Do you know what, mate? I'd probably make you chicken Kiev. You look like a chicken Kiev sort of guy.
I like chicken Kiev.
Sorry, mate. Is that an insult? But you do.
No, it's absolutely fine. I don't necessarily like garlic, but
you do look like a chicken Kiev guy, mate.
I'd take that as a huge compliment.
Yeah.
What about music?
Music.
What music would you play?
I think we'd have the superstar Ivana, her song.
We're coming round?
Yeah, I think it'd be a great song.
Definitely eating chicken Kiev.
Sing it live for you.
Right.
Chicken Kiev. You know, before all that, mate, something was coming to my mind there at the break.
Go on.
What's Harvey Barnes feeling like now at home?
I think there'll be a whole host of players.
No, I just mean like he chose England. He got a little tease, but didn't get called up. He could be there with Scotland. Scotland could do with him on the counter-attack. Imagine Doak and Barnes on the counter-attack. So, yeah.
Good question. We'll carry on that. question in just a moment because it's time to look ahead to tonight's action with Shaw.
High pressure picks on talkSPORT with Shaw. Non-stop protection deodorant that won't ever let you down.
Yeah, the final round of group stage games gets underway at 8 p.m. tonight. We're there already. Switzerland take on Canada live on talkSPORT. Bosnia against Qatar, that's on talkSPORT 2. Morocco, they take on Haiti at the same time as Scotland take on Brazil in Miami at 11 p.m. Scotland have never made it through a tournament to the knockout stages, but that could all change tonight.
Early ball to Saibari, who's kept himself onside and smashes it into the net. Scotland are 1-0 down already.
First of all, you have to let the players suffer a little bit. They don't like losing. The games don't get much easier.
It will go to the final match round in Miami against Brazil.
We don't want a battering from Brazil, but Brazil have been up and down.
I think we'll just get through, but we don't want to be going there and getting a hiding.
The ball over the top, Eddie Junior comes through, ball on the right foot, scores! Back-to-back goals in the World Cup for Vinicius Junior. Brazil 3, 80-0.
We'll have to do better on the pitch. I am not disputing that at all. But if the public of your country are doing you proud, that might be a bigger thing than your football team doing you proud.
Low ball in, Adams, what a save! Up to McGinn! Deflected in! It's Super John McGinn!
They want to win the game, and if they can't win the game, they don't want to lose it. That's the focus we'll have, and take on another side for the world's top 10.
Big night, 11 p.m. It kicks off. Scotland against Brazil. A win gets them through. A draw gets them through. Even avoiding a heavy defeat might get them into the knockout stages. For more on this, I'm delighted to say we're joined by a man who did this.
Collins against Taffarel. Vital for Scotland. And he finds the corner. Taffarel went the right way, but couldn't reach it.
Yes, it's the man who scored for Scotland against Brazil back in 1998 in the World Cup. It's the Celtic legend, as we say, a big good morning to John Collins. John, good morning to you.
Good morning, John.
Morning, Gabby. Morning, Andy.
Thanks so much for coming on. When I say 1998, I'm stunned that that's, 28 years ago.
Good
My
maths.
Goodness.
Well
what
done.
are your memories of scoring for Scotland against Brazil?
Vivid memories. Obviously, you see the image regularly on the television. Probably the greatest single moment in my life, getting us back in the game, scoring. Every kid's dream to score for their country at the World Cup, but to score against Brazil. At the time, at that moment, it was equaliser, so it was a big goal, but at the end of the day, we lost the game. So it didn't really mean too much at the end.
What was that feeling like, though, John, playing against that Brazil side? Because they just won the World Cup, hadn't they, in 1994?
Yeah, they were the reigning champions, the bookies' favourites, Ronaldo, Bebeto, Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos.
Wow.
They had a lot of talent, speed and skill. So, but you know what? We went on the pitch. We never parked the bus. We gave them a good game. We put them under pressure. We had shots on target. We had corners. And we lost to a pretty scrappy goal in the 78th minute. So we did okay.
Interesting you say you didn't park the bus. Do you think that will be the game plan tonight? Do you think if you offered Stevie Clarke maybe even a 1-0 defeat, he'd take it right now?
He probably would, but I really pray and hope we don't park the bus. I don't think we're playing against a great Brazilian team. I think we're playing against a team with some good players. Vinicius Junior, I think you could class him as being a great player, but he's probably the only one that I would say is a great player. You've seen him against Morocco, 45 minutes, Morocco battered them, passed them off the pitch. So you can look at it both ways, the mighty Brazil, and be fearful, or else you can think, you know what, we can go on the pitch and we can have a little go at them. If you sit back, it'll be a slow death, I think. I'm hoping he plays Garen Doak. I'm really hoping.
It's exciting, isn't it? Also, John, when you look at Scotland, they've been giving the ball away easily when they regain possession, and you've got some very good players that can keep the ball. John McGinn, we know his seasons he's had at Aston Villa. You've got Ferguson, done very well at Bologna. You've got in there McTominay. You've got players in there, haven't you? Christie as well. They can keep the ball.
Yeah. You know, we've just named 4 or 5 players. They're all comfortable in the ball.
Yeah.
You can all deal with the ball, but they all play in the middle of the pitch. So the strategy for me has got to be get it to the fullbacks and feed your good players in the middle of the pitch and feed your wingers. But too often we've been a little bit tentative from building out for the back. Last 20 minutes against Morocco, I thought the shackles came off. We relaxed. We started passing the ball. We started creating not clear-cut chances, but looked like we were capable of getting an equaliser. So we waited until the last 20 minutes. So I hope we don't do that against Brazil. I'd love to see us early in the game, believing in ourselves, put them under pressure, their full-backs, and see if we can get some crosses in the box.
If you were to choose a striker tonight, which one are you choosing, John? Shea Adams, Shankland, or Dykes?
I go with Shea Adams, and why? I think it's kind of the all round. He's probably the best legs. He can hold it up. He can carry it. He's okay in there. Shankland's the best finisher by a mile, but he's not got the legs to run away from anybody. So I don't think he'll be in the equation. Lyndon Dykes hasn't played a lot of football. For me, he's looking a little bit leggy. He's good in there, but I don't want to see us just launching up the pitch from the goalkeeper. So for me, it'd be Shea Adams.
Mm. John, thanks for coming on. Before I let you go, I have to ask you what you think the score will be tonight. How do you see it going?
Well, I'm praying for a draw would be a great result, but Brazil are the favourites. If we start with Doak, I think we can cause them problems and score goals. But give us a draw. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. Come on.
Everything crossed. John, you look like you're enjoying life. Thanks so much for coming on. A real pleasure as always.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, man. There you go. John Collins, hoping for a draw. It's funny, isn't it, when you say, would you offer them a 1-0 defeat? I think if 1-0 defeat gets them through, every Scot would take that right now. 100%. It's all about getting through to knockout rounds.
If in your mind you're saying, listen, we need a draw out of this game, worst case scenario, you hold on and they score in the last 10 minutes and you still go through, they'll be proud.
Every day. Don't forget, you can hear live commentary of Scotland against Brazil. It's right here on talkSPORT. It kicks off at 11 p.m. That was a look ahead with Shaw, non-stop protection deodorant that won't ever let you down. Coming up, we're going to ask Gabby some quick-fire questions about England's performance last night. What changes would he make for Panama? That and loads more coming up right after this. It's 9:47 on The Breakfast Show.
High-pressure picks on talkSPORT with Shaw, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Steve Clark's taken a bit of heat since the Morocco game, Alan, because, there was a feeling that Shankland, who is a natural finisher, maybe should have been on the pitch, never got a chance.
Well, I was going to come to that, guys, because this Brazil game, what does he do? Does he sit back, and if we get beat 1-0, it's probably enough to qualify, which is remarkable, which is brilliant. Or does he have a go and say, look, let's push them back, let's try and get at them? Now, who do you play up front? Do you play Shea Adams again, who's more mobile than Shankland? Shankland is the best finisher Scotland have got in the squad. He's a McCoy's job. He can finish, make no mistake. So he'll be kicking Steve Clark saying, you got to play me, I'm in great form. So it's an interesting one. But whoever plays there, as I say, guys, I think John McGinn's the one who's got to try and spark off him when the ball goes forward. We've got to retain some sort of possession, and we're going to be under so much pressure. And down that left-hand side, Vinicius Jr., that's the side that really worries me for Scotland. We've got to block that off. But in saying that, look, as long as we defend better, give no stupid goals away. In fact, the goal against Morocco, that was a great finish. I'm not going to whinge and say, how can you lose a goal that early? It was a great finish. It was an offside decision. He pushed up when he shouldn't have done, and we got punished. After that, second half, we were great. I thought Christie come on and done well. And I thought the boy from Norwich done well. Kenny McLean, he come on and done well. So it's going to be an intriguing one. It's going to be, all eyes will be on the coach to see what he does and how he plays and what formation he plays.
Another one is Gannon Doak, who's very popular with the fans, but you talk about...
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything. .51, you're listening to the World Cup Breakfast Show on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Gabby Agbonlahor. Just a reminder, White and Jordan, they're live from New York today. It's 1 p.m, of course. Some great guests, including Rod Stewart and the boxer Jaron Boots Ennis. If you love your boxing, a massive run of DAZN Saturday Night Fights continues. Sorry if I get the names of this wrong. This Saturday, two princes collide in Brooklyn as Xander Zayas defends his world middleweight titles against Jaron Ennis. Join DAZN Ultimate and get access to 12 plus pay-per-view events a year, including the one I just mentioned this weekend at no extra cost.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
Right, time now for some quick fire takes from Gabby to finish the show. Now, we mentioned the witch doctor that said he put a spell on Kane yesterday.
It worked, didn't it?
Well, obviously it worked, didn't it?
Kane scores that, mate, or at least hits the target, left-footed chance.
Do you think if you got that witch doctor to put a spell on Arsenal to not win the Prem, and they didn't, you'd have Arsenal fans moaning?
I've been in touch, mate.
Have you contacted them? Have you?
Can you stop Arsenal from winning the Premier League?
Yeah.
Or can you stop Arsenal from ever winning the Champions League?
Oh, a little spell on forever.
Forever, mate. I don't need a spell, do they, to be honest?
Right, here we go. All right.
Go on.
I don't know how quickly we can write. There's only three, so that means producer Ollie will have to write them as we speak. Yeah. Should Anthony Gordon be on the bench against Panama?
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate, or just
no?
Happy? You don't. Okay, fine. Is Jordan Pickford a concern?
In a game like last night, where I wanted to ask Jack that we didn't get time, do keepers get bored in games like that, where they're not making many saves and everything's happening in front of them? And he comes running out, doesn't he? And he's lucky.
He's got that in him, though.
Yeah, because he could have easily given away like a free kick. That would have been a red card probably as well.
Do you think they find it hard to concentrate, goalkeepers?
Oh, mate, it must be hard. When you're just there and like a team against Ghana last night sitting back, you've not got much to do. It can get quite boring for goalkeepers.
Do you think if you're a goalkeeper, you'd rather have lots to do or nothing to do?
I don't think I'd want lots to do, but this new style goalkeeper, they will want loads of the ball. Jordan Pickford probably wants the ball back to him as much as he can to be involved in the game because they're so good on the ball now. But I think we're fine with Jordan Pickford. I disagree with what Troy says about we won't win a World Cup with Jordan Pickford. He's one of the best keepers to ever wear the shirt.
I agree.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham had a bit of a sweary outburst towards the Ghanaian manager, making the headlines. Is his temperament a concern?
No problem. Didn't have any temper on the pitch. Yes, it was a late challenge, sort of shoulder barged into it. I've done that my whole career, that sort of challenge. You're a bit frustrated, kind of just shoulder barge you when you're about to kick the ball. But I like that passion. It's passion, mate. It's not going to get him in trouble. He's had a little argument with the bench. It shows he's frustrated at that first half. Maybe his performance, the team's lacklustre performance, couldn't score a goal. And it's no problems. Half time, him and the player were laughing with each other coming out for the second half.
Okay.
No issues.
If he's definitely fit, would you start Declan Rice in the next game?
No, I would definitely not start him. Not because of performance. Even though he wasn't at his best yesterday, we don't need him against Panama. No offence to Panama, because you can't look at these teams now.
Who's your spine then you're picking then?
I'm picking Anderson as my sitter, and I would play Bellingham and Rodgers as 210s.
No favouritism here.
No, I really would. I just feel like go for it. You don't need to worry about like having two midfielders. Like Jack Wilshere said, and he agreed, Declan Rice, outstanding player, but is he a number 10? Is he getting to those positions as a 10 does? No, he isn't. It's natural for Morgan Rodgers to receive the ball there. So is Jude Bellingham. You start Saka on the right, Rashford off the left, Kane down the middle. Get 2 or 3 goals before half-time, fingers crossed. And then you start bringing players off.
Okay. Should Ghana have had a penalty?
I believe it was a penalty. If the player that got took down rolls around for another 15, 20 seconds, I think they go and look at it. And Conte just catch him, doesn't catch the ball.
Terrible challenge.
But the player, honest, gets up straight away, and we got away one there. And that's too easy as well. A better team scored that because his first touch, it was like he hadn't been through 1v1 before, and he panicked. A better team, they scored there.
Would you start Noni Madueke in the next game?
No, I'll start Saka.
What if Saka's not fit?
Well, I'm sorry if the last 2 games he's coming on, he should be ready to start now, and maybe bring him off at half time when the job's done.
Would you start Jed Spence in another game in this year's World Cup?
Yes, I would, against the top teams. If you're playing against,
who's your first choice left back?
If you're I'll play Nico O'Reilly, but I just feel like 1v1 against a Barcola who's rapid, against a Dembele, Doué, and Mbappe, I feel like I would play him. But if you're playing other teams that haven't got quick wingers, I wouldn't play him. I'll play O'Reilly.
2 questions left. We've only got about 30 seconds. No, you can't. What will the score be tonight? Brazil, Scotland live on talkSPORT 11 p.m.
I'm going to go 2-0 to Brazil.
Okay. England, Panama, Saturday night 10 p.m. live on talkSPORT.
7. No, I'm joking. I can't say that. Can I? 7-0. I think the way teams are defending now, goalkeepers having the tournaments of their life for these teams, I'm going to go 3-0.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that Brazil will win 4-0 tonight.
What about Panama?
And I think England will beat Panama 2-0.
Yeah.
All right.
Well done, Andy. You're really good at this.
Thanks, man.
Well, honestly, you're an asset.
Wish I could say
you're
the
an
same.
asset to the company.
Wish I could say the same. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Now, you're not alongside me tomorrow. You're doing drive time for the next 2 days.
I've been subbed.
I've got Darren. You haven't been subbed.
I've been subbed.
You've moved sideways.
Oh, okay.
All right. Darren Bent will be alongside me. You heard of Darren Bent? Is he any good?
He comes in on days off, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hope tomorrow he knows he's working. Me and Benty tomorrow at 6. And, of course, we are the best place for all the reaction after Scotland win, lose or draw.
Tell him the room's a mess as well tonight. He's staying in.
Oh, is it your room?
Yeah, I've messed it up for him.
You haven't cleaned up?
No.
You were watching that music last night, weren't you?
Yeah, I've messed.
Do you want to make more noise?
This guy.
Hawksby and Jacobs up next. They have a one. Oh, it's very hot out there today. Very hot. So be careful.
Red warning.
Lots of water.
Yeah.
And more importantly, be safe, everyone.
Yeah.
Be safe. Lots has been made about the fitness or lack of for Declan Rice. He came off during the win over Croatia. He's played 63 matches this season and admitted that he's been nursing a hammy for the last 6 months. England legend Stuart Pearce, who coached Rice at West Ham, discussed Rice's fitness and his role at the World Cup.
It's a great challenge for him. You know, he's a team player, always has been magnificent as a team player. You take him off, he's not going into himself and sulking, you know. He'll see the greater good and the reasoning behind it. And if he's got anything about him that I think he has, when he's had bad moments at West Ham, when he was on his ascendancy, he'll embrace them and make him a better player.